Good evening, the great people of Biafra all over the world, the great people of Africa. And I welcome you to today's evening broadcast where I am going to be doing two things. I am going to be doing just two things, which I am going to tell you the message. After giving you the message, I am going to present to you the interview conducted with Canon Takano. So, for you to understand, for you to ask yourself exactly, is this really what I'm thinking? I want you to confirm to yourself, is this really what you're thinking? Because so many questions are popping up in your mind, but you do not know how to, execute them, or you do not know how to, give yourself answers to those questions. And if you are paying attention on the things that is happening in social media, you were supposed to be able to give yourself, you know, answers to those questions. If you are not, if you are not ignorant, because ignorant is the biggest problem that we have as a black people. Ignorant. If you put hide money, which you love so much, if you hide it in a place where you find knowledge, which is maybe in a book, it will be difficult for a black man to access it, to steal it, because they don't have a good relationship with making their research. They always depend on other people to make their research for them. Therefore, it is making them, to be gullible, makes them to be vulnerable to manipulation. So, this is exactly what is going on. I am going to play that video. But before then, there is something you must understand. Okay, let me just go straight to the point. Let me just get that video of that interview. Let me get that video of that interview. So that those of you who are naming the family of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you call them a criminal. If you believe that these people are indeed criminals, if you believe indeed that these people are criminals, there is something you need to do for me. If you indeed believe that this guy here in front of you is a criminal, there is something that I must want you to do for me. If you are able to do that thing, that means your claim, it is maybe considerable. If you are able to do that, I want you, the reason why I am going to play this interview, it is not because I am supporting any of these people. It is because I am supporting the truth. And truth is only thing that at the end of every tunnel you see a light. That is truth. That is how truth prevails. You know, if you are ignorant of truth, one day you will say, had I know. Had I know, and it will be already late by that day when you will realize, had I know. Stop being ignorant. Stop being ignorant. You should understand that some of you who are compromised, just because they give you money to buy web broadcasting, this app we use for broadcasting, which is some of them is StreamYard. They give you the premium StreamYard, then so that they will be able to connect it to their platform in order for them to monitor what you say at any given time. That is what these people are doing to you, and you are not even realizing it. First thing they will do to you, they change your broadcasting app to be enable them to monitor what you do with them. That is number one thing they have done to our, formal media warriors, because that's what you need to call them, the formal media warriors, because they are no longer, you know, in line with what we are doing in the media. That is the reason why when you see them this time, check their broadcasting background, confirm what I'm saying. You will confirm what I am saying. There is a difference there. They've given them, a premium of that web which they are using. They paid for them so that they will be able to monitor their activities, because that web you can connect to any amount of platform that you want to connect it to. That is number one thing that they are doing. And those who are doing this is Nelly Ofebu and accomplices. They are the ones doing this. And they place these people, these innocent, gullible people on a payroll, because things are tough, of course, if you don't, if you're not getting enough, as a Nigeria that you are, you tell people to place you on a payroll in order to tell you what to do. That is exactly what is going on. And you must wake up from that, this manipulation. I want you to watch this interview. If you are genuinely watching it, I want you to also share this video. You must watch this interview. The reason why I tell you to watch it, so that if you are in a position to conduct an interview, you will understand that there is something called, you must follow the tradition of IPOB. You must follow the traditions of IPOB. And when you watch, the reason why I started paying attention to this guy, Ikenga, is because many of you find him to be crazy. Many of you might see him to be crazy. He is not crazy. He knows what he is doing. He thinks out of the box. He thinks out of the box. That's what exactly that is going on here. I have been watching him whenever he called any people or any person that matters in IPOB. Whenever he calls them to interview them, he does the due diligence, which taking an oath for this, because it is interview, it's like a court of law on its own. You just need to swear an oath. I will speak nothing but the truth. But this is the same oath that Simon Ekpa was given. Simon Ekpa did not realize that there is a different oath for different purposes in everything that you do. That is the reason why there is a different memo for a different contract, or anything that you want to engage in, that you want it to be in order. There must be a memorandum. There must be a memorandum. There must be an agreement. So that is the reason why when you call someone to interview them, they must do the due diligence. They must take an oath. And that is the reason why I keep following this guy, because what he is doing is in line with the initiative of Mazen Namdekano. Those of you who believe he's only coming to bring people, come to social media and cause problems, come to social media, cause confusion everywhere. You believe you're walking in line with Mazen. Mazen Namde Kanu is not a Confucianist. Mazen Namde Kanu says it the way it is. And some of you, the reason why I am still, trying to not, be hard on you guys, because time is coming. I am losing it slowly. I am going to be hard on you guys. And when I want to fight my own war with an ignorant person, if I want to fight my own war with an ignorant person, to the extent I will fight that war when you know that you believe that you can go behind your mic and say whatever you want to say. You know, I will have answer to everything until you change your evil ways, until you change your evil approach, until you change your evil approach. If you piss me off, I will even come to where you are, we go to court. That is how it is. I come to where you are, we go to court. If you believe that you know better than me, or you can go behind anywhere because you believe you are in this, you can insult, and accuse anybody at any time because you believe you can. It is not all the time. You cannot. You believe you are here, I'm there, or that person you are insulting is the other side. You think they cannot get at you. They can. But the reason why we are doing what we are doing, even against a nation called, even a contraption called Nigeria, rather, is because we are using facts and figures. There is no place they can come and, they cannot come to Europe and they say, I want to take you to court. They cannot. But if you insult me in this, if you insult me in a media, or if you do something that I will find offensive behind the law, I can easily use it against you. Look for where you are, file a case against you, and I will prove you that you don't go behind the mic and start saying what you feel like without doing your due diligence. It is not what we are here for. The reason why Mazen Namdekano will speak to you today, show you a video, and speak to you tomorrow doesn't show you a video. It is not about the fame. It is not about the fame that he is up for. For those of you who are saying why these people they're not showing their face, why that people they're not showing their face, it is not everybody that meant to show their faces. Because Mazen Namdekano structured these things. Do you know the meaning of radio? Does people in the radio show their faces? People in the radio, do they show their faces? It is not about knowing your face. It is about the message that is coming out of that radio. That is one thing that is most important. For those of you who are saying they don't show their faces, what do you need their faces for? All you need is the messages that they are giving you and what they are doing to promote the Biafra struggle. That is all you need. Other than that, nothing else. You want to see their faces because they do not need to be famous. Rather, that is the reason why they don't show their faces. They don't need to be known so that you will see them on the street to want to make them compromise. That is the reason why they don't show their face. They don't need your sympathy. They don't need your praise. All they need is your support of what they are doing that is benefiting the struggle. That's one thing you must understand. And if you, whatever you say, IPOB structure is the best that ever happened to this struggle. The structure of command and control chain. That chain of command is the best thing that ever happened to this struggle. Believe it or not, it is the truth. When you get compromised, Mazen Namde Kanu keep moving under his command and control. If he commands you, you refuse to do it, you will be sidelined because that mandate that he has, he is the one who is going to push it. That is the reason why he is the driver, he is the pilot, he is, the captain. He has the mandate. If he tell you go straight, you go straight. If he tells you turn right, you turn right. We as long as you know that he has the mandate and he is still alive. As long as he has the mandate and he is still alive. The reason why you must follow you must follow him actually. You must pay attention to him. Mazen Namde Kanu is a man who, in his capacity, he can have any type of house. You see people showing their houses in social media. He can have these things. You see people showing everything they have in social media. He can also show off. He's a human being, but he rejected, he deprived himself of those things. He deprived himself of those things in order, to make sure that it does not make him, it does not delay him, it does not waste his time. If indeed that he want to move forward, he move forward without thinking about what is behind it. He doesn't have a car because he want you to understand that it is freedom or nothing. When he gets freedom, he gets himself a car. When he gets freedom, he gets himself a house. That is what he understand. That is the reason why he is living it simple. But so many of you will not understand it. So many of you will believe that it is what they are flashing on the social media that is what it is all there for. But you don't understand that most of the things you see on the media, they are not completely the truth. They are not completely the truth. There are people that is called social media influencer. They find everywhere. There are motivational speakers, there are life coaches, there are many, profession that you can pick up in social media, as long as it matches your own profession or where your habit stays. So these things are the things you see in social media. Does not mean that every data that is coming out of them that are all factual. It is not sometimes, or most of the time even. So that is the reason why you must understand that Mazen Namde Kanu was a simple man. You shouldn't ask the DOS, why are you not showing your face? You shouldn't ask the China Samoru, why are you not showing their face? Mazen Namde Kanu knew that those people were not showing their faces. He never complained. He never complained that they are not showing their faces. Why then are you there complaining? Is that not, is that not disobedient? Is that not disobedient? So, the most important thing I want you to learn in this interview is, I am not going to play it to the end actually, is for you to understand there is something you must remove from a meat before you eat the meat. In IPOB, you must be whiter than white, you must be whiter than snow. That is the reason why anything that you are undergoing that is crucial, that you want to make the world to understand that we are whiter than white, you must go through an oath. You must go through an oath. And through that oath that you are going to go, you know, go through the process is what will make people to know that you are telling the truth. I know that so many of you may argue that people, they are still oath members, but they still get compromised. So many of them does not know what exactly is oath. Some of them, they have lived abroad, they have forgotten their, their culture, they have forgotten their norms and value, they have forgotten everything about them, their lives. That's what abroad did to them. So when you take an oath in Biafra culture, it means that you are going to be truthful in what you say, because the oath you are taking might not strike you dead immediately. It might wait for your child. It might wait, because those are the nonchalant things that you will do without knowing you are cursing your unborn generation. That is how selfish you are. When you are gone, they will suffer it because you took an oath to lie. I like the way Simon Eber said he doesn't want to take the oath because the oath scares him. He does not want to take the oath, because he does not know what tomorrow brings, for him. The oath scares him because he understands that oath, what it is. The people that I pity are what about you, those who took the oath to be in IPOB, but today you are compromised. You are compromised. Even if Simon Eber is compromised, you can never compare him with you, who is an oath member. That is how it is. You will never compare him to you, who is an oath member, because you took an oath. You are compromised. He refused to take an oath because he knows I might not be able to hold on. Are you able to see the analogy? So, for you, in everything that you are doing, make sure that it is an IPOB. Prove to people that you are whiter than white, you are whiter than snow. Just check how this interview began. Check how this interview began. How beautifully it began. What are you going to say about this interview when you see cabals calling themselves to interview themselves? You compare the both. Let's start.
Okay. I think we are live now. And good morning, great friends all over the world. Friends and lovers of freedom. I understand that you all have been waiting for us, but this is a busy man that we are talking about. And it is a great privilege to have you here today. Dear friends, let me say wonderful good morning to you all, to our Supreme Leader, to the highest office of this struggle, which is the Dodge, and to our Head of Finance, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you are. My name is Ikenga Uluago, and I have with me our senior comrade, Kanontan Kano, Mazen Nande Kano's junior brother. And I will allow him to introduce himself to Biafra. Over to you, senior.
Thank you very much, Mazi Kengurago, for having me in this program. My name is Kanon Takano. I am from Isama Farukumwaya, and by the specialist of Elohim. I'm a member of Biafra and a younger brother to our leader, Mazen Namde Kano. Thank you for having me here, sir.
Thank you very much, Mazi. Mazi, without wasting much time, I want you to listen to something. I don't know how we're supposed to start, but I want you to listen to something. So pay very close attention. I mean to say, just pay close attention to what I'm about to play for you. I want you to listen, and after this voice record, You tell me what you think and what you know about this record.
This voice note is to serve for record purpose.
Can you hear?
On 19th December 2021, between 8:30 and 8:45 p.m. United Kingdom time, the legal lobbyist fundraising team was having a Zoom catch-up meeting when Mazi Kingsley Kanunta Kanu, the younger brother to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of IPOB, bulldozed his way into the meeting. How he was able to have access to the meeting still remains a mystery to us. According to Kanunta Kanu, he joined the meeting to warn the team to stop the fundraising because the UK National Coordinator and Nenaya Anya, the IPOB Worldwide Finance Secretary, were not part of the fundraising activities. According to him, they were a priority to him over the release of his brother, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and the leader of IPOB Worldwide. The team is still in shock. Mazi Kingsley Kanunta Kanu further accused DOS and the fundraising team of defrauding and carrying out a 419 on members of IPOB and the public at large. He informed that he was the only person dealing with the legal activities in the UK to release his brother. And that the only way to lobby was for us to individually go to our raising team should use. She was also supposed to advise on the logo to use for the flyer, but she refused. Mazi Chika Edoziem, head of Directorate of State for IPOB, Mazi Austin Agbayin, the IPOB European and a member of Directorate of State, pleaded with the coordinator, Mrs. Oluchi Mercy Starter, to join us and chair the occasion. Refused, stating that she was supposed to have sourced for the lobbyist group. She was adamant that she was not going to be part of the team and the fundraising activities, no matter the love she has for Nnamdi Kanu. DOS tried to explain to her that this was a project already been negotiated by Onyendu before he was abducted. However, it was handed over to the present team to continue in his absence. Still, she will not accept. This was how DOS directed the team to go ahead and not wait for her, as all avenues has been exhausted trying to plead with her. And therefore, we cannot continue to wait for when she makes up her mind, as there was no time to waste any further in getting our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, out of the DSS dungeon. It is very disheartening to know that Kanu, who is not a principal officer in IPOB, neither a Directorate of State member, will suddenly direct that we stop all action with this fundraising. However, the UK National Coordinator, Mrs. Oluchi Stata, will not cooperate and has never cooperated with this fundraising. In fact, she has gone as far as advising UK coordinators and members of IPOB not to cooperate and contribute towards the fundraising. Nenaya Anya, on her own part, has refused to release funds, even when she was directed to do so by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Can someone please be kind enough to make the team aware of what is happening? Because the team has never experienced a thing like this, and it is unacceptable behavior from Mazi Kingsley Kanunta Kanu, the younger brother of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama bless us.
So thank you very much, Mazi. I hope you listen to this voice record. I hope you listen.
Yes, I listened to it and I understood everything she said. First and foremost,
Mazi, before you go ahead and speak, there's a tradition we
want you to learn. This is where I want you to learn something, because if you believe that you are going there to ask people who are benefiting money through causing confusion in IPOB, you want to ask them question, you just start throwing question at them just because they can tell you anything they want to tell you. They can make any claim they want to make. That is the reason why he said there is a tradition in IPOB. There is a tradition in IPOB which everybody must be going in order to discharge their duty. Regardless of how many times you go through this tradition, as long as you are going through it, discharging your duty, you renew a covenant, you renew, a vow. That is exactly what is going on there. When they ask you, he is a IPOB oath member, but they are taking another oath right in front of the whole world, in order, because this is an oath for a different purpose. So my question is, if you say want to give you oath for many times, why do they want to give you oath for many times? Because there is different oath for different purposes. Of you who are, capitalizing on that, saying that these people, DOS is criminal, you capitalize on, they said that, they must take an oath, and say that DOS is criminal. you know that deep down you know there is something that is singing and dancing for you and is dancing the truth, but you are ignoring it. Is your problem. Listen to someone who is doing his due diligence.
We have here and our tradition. When we have a person of your type, of your carnival, there's a way we do things to avoid doubt. You will swear to us that everything that you are going to tell us here is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. If you ever deceive us by bringing in some one or two fallacies in your testimony or whatever that you will talk about here, may Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who lives in heaven, strike and destroy you totally. Do you agree with me, Mazi?
He said.
Thank you very much. So, Mazi, now there's a lot of accusation on this very audio. And I believe that you have studied the audio and you heard everything she said. So what can you tell me about this voice record?
Thank you very much, my brother Ikenga. I thank most of you who are in this media, who are doing the right job to disseminate this information to our people and to tell them how things are moving. I must have to thank all of you. You are doing a good job. The kids are there. A lot of them, Yawins and a lot of them, they are all doing a wonderful job. I appreciate what you people are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You know me, I'm always a very straightforward somebody. You might not like me the way I speak. Or even if you like me, they disagree with me when I say it. This is water I drink here. Water is life. It's everything. When you swear in life and swear with water, you've done the best thing you can do in your life. Because you drink water every day. Okay? I speak the truth here as I drink this water. And those of them who believe in lies, any day they drink water, they will not see the next day. If I lie here to you, if I lie here to you, any day I drink water, let me die. But I will say the truth. It doesn't matter what they call me. That's why I drink this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I appreciate
One to start with. This lady who is talking, her name is Mercy Nkechi Ongwe. She used to be the coordinator of Beacham in UK. I had series of contacts with her before. And I stopped talking to her since 10th of May this year because she is a woman. I don't want to give her credibility. She is a woman that has lost her senses. She was a woman that criticized our leader when he removed somebody on 10th or 9th of May in one of his broadcasts for meddling into the affairs of Ndinche Nolo ESN. I got with Mazen Namdekan. This is somebody that has not been up to 2 years in IPOB. After that, I didn't speak to her again. I closed my mouth. Fortunately for me, I came into the meeting they did on the date she pronounced on the 19th, if I'm not mistaken. And the meeting is about lobbying group in UK. She was lying to you people now, she jumped it. Because at the time I engaged them. The lobbying group in UK. I myself haven't lived in UK, there is nothing like that. I am working with people in the UK. When I mean people in UK, the top of all. I work with them in UK and I know how things go. They went at the back and cooked up and said that. And then authorize the lobbying group to exist. And that even the same woman speaking, that then Nanya was instructed to release funds on that effect. I can categorically tell you that is lies. Even when I went to the meeting, that man made mention of that very issue. You know what I told him, man? I said, don't worry. I will come and get back to you. I did. The next day, I called him and told him that you guys are telling lies. It might be a misinformation because they tell lies. They brought in Abanyam, Mazi Austin Abanyam, the European Continental Rep. Mazi Chike Doziem. That Onyendu said to them, the same woman that was speaking said that she got the information that she's communicating with Onyendu's legal team. On that note, that one she missed. She didn't say that. This is how you see them when they lie. They want to bring in people. I told her categorically, having lived in UK, the easiest way to lobby is for you to have an appointment and meet your GP in his or her surgery and explain the situations to them. Now, funny enough, while I was debating these people, you know what? They told me that the lobbying group is only after the release of Onyendu and not for the referendum. That was when I paused. I said, oh, Onyendu's release is imminent. People should be talking about is referendum. That is the most important thing, and not what people are saying. And all of them ganged up and said that this was what happened. After confirming that to them, the woman, unluckily for her, unfortunately for her, she went and made that statement, telling people, she went and made that statement, pointing fingers on me, that I was the one that tried to disrupt all the things they're doing. I told them, I repeat again, that what they are doing is fraudulent. People are using the name of Onyendu to make fool of other people. That is what I detest so much. If you watch what was played in the last months, Onyendu was a rendition to Nigeria. You have a lot of things coming up, how people are speaking, left, right, and center like idiots, because they want to make fool of our people. I myself, as Kanu Takano, as one oath, I've been in this struggle more than every one of them, arguably. I mean, all of them, collectively. I know what is happening in IPO. Most of them are after where money is. I repeat again, the issue of IPOB financial system is very clear. Any person, it doesn't matter the position you occupy in IPOB, you have no to discuss the issues of finance without Madam Nenanya. It is a very clear order from the highest court of this struggle. Why are these people not doing what they are being asked to do? Why are they going back talking about things they're not supposed to talk about? That is the question you have to ask yourself. Because when they want to lie, they start turning things up and down. I'm not here to beg people not to believe in what you believe. I still strongly believe in DOS. I still believe the way things are. But I mean, we'll get the record straight and tell people the truth, because it is very, very important that our people understand what is happening. But some people are taking advantage because they occupy high positions. They will come out and be telling you about what Onyendu and what Onyendu did there by lying to the people of Biafra. That is how I, Kanu Takan, will not do. I will stand on. I know what we've passed through. I know why my parents died. I know why most of our comrades died. I know why they are still dying. I know why most of them are still passing through all this hell they are passing through today. I am here to say the truth. I don't care what they say. Any person that wants to struggle, this foundation of this struggle is laid on the truth. And we should always remain to say the truth at all times. They themselves, they are positioning. I asked that woman one simple question, and the people she's working with, the UK National Court, somebody from somewhere else. You call yourself an European organizing a meeting without the concept of the national court in that very land. Does that say any good signal? We believe in command and control. You have to operate on the chain of command. He has nothing to do with the people. He has no right to say up anything. And I can categorically tell you, these people are there to defraud people. Only did not, I repeat, he was not aware of the lobbying group they're talking about. Any person that will say that Onyendi is aware of it, let the person come out. Because I know the two councils were there. Ejiofor were there when he said that. And anybody doing anything that has to do with finance, it must pass without the authorization of Mrs. Anya. You can stay away from it. Even when people are calling from everywhere talking about finance, I'm telling this to our people. You are not sure of what they are saying. Please look for a way to contact Madam Anya. She will be in the better position to explain things to you. And not these people who are nothing looking for where to get money because they think IPO is about money making. Some people are suffering. Some people are outside ranting. That woman, she is not an ardent follower of Biafra. I have the record of what she wrote in black and white. On 10th of May 2021, when I'm talking a quote date, she doesn't make it open. And for people to go and use her to be accusing the UK national coordinator when appointed, this is very, very wrong. And I blame the woman, I blame people in the hierarchy for allowing this nonsense to be happening. They should caution them. They should caution all of them and tell them to fall back to the line which is supposed to be. Nenanya is there, is head of finance. She decides. Nobody from DOS, nobody from IPO. But the problem they have, most of them who are in these positions, the continental reps, they are trying to make sure that IPO grows wider in various countries in the world. Not for them to be meddling into the national affairs. Once in a while they call meeting. That is what their job is. But not to be detecting what happens in finances. It is not their responsibility. Not today and not tomorrow. They should define their stand. And they should stop playing with people. Because we are too old to be fooled around. We've lost lives. We are still losing. And those of us who are here, who are trying to sabotage the struggle, one way or the other, they should all stop. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they say. Go and do your job. Go and do your job and stop meddling into things you're not supposed to. To what in the last days and weeks, months was accused, called names of different sorts. Did I say anything to them? No. Two things are very important. Our people on the ground and our leader in Dumas and they come to come out. I don't care what they do. Somebody that doesn't know what is happening in UK. She owns a restaurant. The lady owns a restaurant, and she is the one trying to head a lobbying group in the UK. She owns a restaurant in the UK. That's the one trying to, be the head of the lobbying group because these are the ones they can manipulate. I told one of them when I was discussing with him. He said he doesn't want to make it open. I said, why are you hiding your face? If an IPOB member, if you're working for IPO, they come up at Onyendu Act, said that money should be raised. Nenanya should bring money to give to them. Who gave the woman that instruction? Who told her this? Let the person come out and say it in this camera as we are talking or end the programs. Let me ask the person that question. Let the person answer before the board. And after that, let's see what the consequences will be. But people should stay away from it, be it in Europe, be it in Africa, be it in USA, be it anywhere. That was what they did. They were able to rub it themselves and shot themselves on the leg. With all idiots, paraded themselves from nowhere. The structure of this struggle is set in a way that nobody can penetrate it. You can shake it, but you cannot. Soldier come, soldier go, back will remain. I said it before. It doesn't matter who is in DOS, but one thing is certain. If you merit that position, you can get it there. That place is not a permanent office. It's not a permanent address. It's not a permanent for anybody. You can move. You can be moved at any given point in time, and the good people can as well take over. This is the bitter truth. And what that woman saying, people should disregard it. Ask her where did she get her information when she asked that question. that Onyendu told them to raise 100,000 for lobbying. It doesn't exist in the UK. Lobbying groups doesn't exist in the UK. They have over 430 something, if I'm not mistaken, MPs. If our people living in the UK should go and meet and 30 something PA and the members of the parliament in their various constituencies and have appointments and speak to them in the surgery, when they go to the house, in the House of Commons, and when they go to the parliament and raise this topic, Prime Minister Boris Johnson will be forced to listen. Because he's got his own position. He got to that position he is today as an MP because he agitated for Brit exit. And that is what Nnamdi Kanu is asking for. It's not different from what every other person is asking for. Even God, it's not different. It's the same thing. So when these people are talking, they should learn. We are not fools. You don't bring somebody who is living somewhere in Timbuktu to come and tell you what is happening in South Africa. When you are there, you're part of the system, you know how it functions. That is what these people are doing. These charlatans are doing. Using the name of women to be talking nonsense. That I will not accept. Anything you hear about finance you want to confirm, please do call Madam Nanya. She is the only one that has to tell you. When it comes to accounting, funds, it's Madam Nanya that is responsible for other person. Not even the Okunere going out everywhere. Nobody is responsible. And when they go out, they will not tell people the truth and allow us to work in harmony. They are creating confusion from everywhere in the name of you occupy one position or not, or the other. Who said so? I respect every office. I respect the hierarchy of this struggle. The way it is, the struggle, I respect it. Command and control, I respect. But most of them should stop using their positions to be deceiving people. I don't want to debate them. If I want to debate them, any day they make, then I'll get offended. I will come out with it openly. If they want to watch the dating this outside, they will do it. That woman is not, and they will not. I said it, what they are doing is fraudulent because they are using the name of Onyendu to defraud people. How can you call a meeting without you involving the person in charge? I will come to your house. Let me explain it in a way to be very. How can I come to your house to call a meeting in your house without me informing you from the planning? After having the meeting, I will tell you come on the meeting in your own house. Is it possible? It is not possible.
That's not possible.
And that is the mistake these guys are doing. Going out the back, intimidating people, follow the chain of command. What the structure Onyendu has led before he was rendition to Nigeria. And people should not use their position to mislead Biafrans. We are dying in numbers, and I wouldn't want that to happen. So that woman,
yeah, Maz,
she is like.
Let me carry in here. Let me carry. I understand that a lot of people have used the name of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to cause big harm on this very struggle. Because anytime they want to get you, like all these criminals, they want to get you something, they will use the name, the thou sayest Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And there is no way anyone with his or her right sense without anything that comes from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. But I'm kind of thinking loud here. You know, according to the woman, she don't know how you muzzle yourself into that meeting, because according to her, you are not executive member of any position, POB. Now, according to her testimony, that even the highest office called you and the coordinator to allow the fundraising to go on, but you refused. So I want to know on which basis do you refuse the fundraising to go on? Because you are not a coordinator, you are not DOH, either are you a financial member of IPAB. So on what basis do you disagree with the plea of the highest office of IPOB, because that's what she said. She said that the DOS called and called the coordinator, and both of you refused. So I want to know, on which basis do you refuse such, should I say, fraud? Is a fraud, because the reason why I call it fraud, Nemiana, who is the head of finance, it's not actually involved. But I want to know, in which capacity were you acting on that very meeting?
Thank you very much. To make something clear here, you must not. I am a member of IPOB and a financial member of IPOB. I must not be a principal officer for me to say the truth, or if I'm being confronted with a question. In my level in this struggle, I don't think I need to have any position. If I'm to have a position today, I should be higher than every one of them in whatever position they occupy. But like I said before, IPOB is not meant for the Kanos. Biafra is not meant for the Kanos. We've sacrificed our time, our parents' lives, and we are still sacrificing. People should come in and do things the way they're supposed to contribute and add to what we are doing. So when you look at these fools, I call them fools, because they are trying to make themselves relevant in this struggle. Ask them how many of them pays their monthly dues. I want you to do one good thing. Bring all of them one after the other. These people who are making noise, if they would want to attend your program, ask them, please come to your program. Tell them to give you their last 2 months monthly, 2 years monthly dues. If they can present it in the camera, let people see. These are people who don't contribute in IPOB, but they want to rip people off. As a leader, you lead by example. I must not be in any position to function. Things I do today, do I need people to do it? I'm working with my own people. Free Mazen Namde kind of website that came out a few days ago. Did I call the whole Biafrans and see what I'm doing? When I go in to talk about the legal system, do I call the whole of them to come in to do it? The answer is no. They are having an issue. One of them went at the back as we were starting, went to contact Bindmans. Bindmans wrote to me. I said, this social person came to contact me because of this. I tell him, please, tell him to go away. We don't need him. And that disappeared. This one came up from nowhere. The people that are usually struggling just for them, people they can use to operate. I must not occupy a position to function. As a member of IPOB, I am entitled to every right they have to talk to my people, to talk to anybody I want to talk to. If people are confronting me and said, we heard that you said, are you telling me that I will not respond to the people until I wait till DOS comes? Or I will go and meet any of them to get a permission from the person to speak? That is absolutely wrong. That is what they're using to intimidate people. And people like us, they know that I'm too old for that. You can't do that where I am. Either you are on the right side or on the other side. And don't forget, most of them are double agents, as this is going on. Those of them, they are talking about this lobbying group. Most of them are double agents. They are not with IPOB fully. One leg is here, one leg is the other side. I can prove it. Why they have to talk, they don't talk about it. But, like I said, and I will maintain again, as long as you are an IPOB member, here I am today. I am up to date with my dues and every other thing. Even if I enter South Africa today, I am entitled to come into your meeting and say what I want to say and go. That is your right as a member of IPO. Everywhere in the world, you can go in and speak. Nobody can take that away from you. So what they are trying to do, that when they want to intimidate people, they will tell you, you are not. The woman that is talking, what is her position? Or those of them who are talking there, who were in that group, what are their positions in IPO? They have no positions. But you call them to come and share something that is not proper. The reason I stopped it is this. Let me tell you, my brother. They were lying with the name of Onyendu, which is not true. And I confirmed it, and I told the man again, this is fraud. I have said it before. Go and ask the two consuls, the lead counsel and the special counsel. They will confirm this if they are doubting what I'm saying. And that is the truth about it. So any person that doesn't like it is wasting his or her time. But that is the bitter truth. People need to know it. That is why we are in IPAB. When we said we are whiter than white, this is what it is. You say it the way it is, and damn the consequences. And that is exactly what kept us where we are today. And nobody can rubbish it. Not even these ones that went and picked who against the UK national coordinator that doesn't follow the chain of command. Because you have the telephone number of one person in DOS. Every little thing you call the person. Every little thing you call the person will be protecting you, backing you at the back to destroy the structure and set up. Who said so? Any person that will accept that, let the person do. I myself, in death, till death, I will not. I will remain in the truth and I will say it. So what I'm trying to say, nobody should use the name of Onyendu to lie for any reason whatsoever. Thank you.
And to my greatest surprise, a lot of people, even till date, are busy using the name of always Onyendu told them this. Onyendu told them that. Some of them even claimed that they were in Onyendu's house during the battle with the plan to murder our supreme leader. So I don't know if you have any advice for such people before I will ask you the next question.
You know, the thing is this. There are people who are ranting, running from pillar to post. They are looking for popularity in this very struggle. I don't know who is giving them $1 to be putting a recharge card. When they come out, they'll be telling stories. I had one of them talking about that they are in the forefront of this struggle. Even Operation Python dance that they were there. I was just laughing. The guy, the idiot that was talking, you know, I don't like when fools, when they talk, I don't give them relevance. I don't mention their names. The idiot that was talking was not even in my own house on September when the Operation Python dance took place on 14th day of September 2017. He was not there. He was sent out of the palace because of his ill behavior. He was sent out of the palace. So when they come out, they will tell the story. And the people that saw that war, that saw that hell coming, they don't even talk. But it's very unfortunate. The people who are not part of it are the ones even telling the story more than the people who were present. Ask the person ranting, where was he? There was 3 attacks that took place in that September to assassinate Onyendu, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. 3. Ask him, where was he? The first one was on 7th of September 2017. Second one was on 10th of September 2017. And the last one was on 14th of September. On 14th of September 2017. Where was that person? You can see the video clearly there. I was even inside when the battle was going on. I was inside when the battle was going on. I was in my room with Somto. I was taking care of him, giving him first aid treatment on the issues of the tear gas. So how can people go out and be telling lies and said, Onyendu told you, Onyendu never told him anything? That is the funniest part of it all. And these people who are ranting has been warned several times. If guys not taking the light of Clifford, will never be better than his. So by the time they are telling all these stories, people should be mindful of what they are saying. I am here. That's why they cannot tell me. They can't say that Onyendu said. Because by the time you're saying Onyendu said, I know what to do. I will get it confirmed. If it's what Onyendu said, I'll come back and apologize to you. But they are online. He never said that. And I remain on that. Do not use his name. If it's your own initiative, fine and good. You can say, it is my own initiative. This is what we can do. It's a different thing by saying, Ikenga told me, when you know it's lies. Or Kanunta told you, when you know it's lies. If it's your own initiative, say, this is what I'm thinking. You look for opinions and allow people to contribute. And probably you get what you're looking for. But coming through the back door, trying to manipulate people, I will not be part of it, my brother. So those of them who are lying, they are lying because people are giving them money to talk. People like us, nobody gives us money to talk. We say it the way it is. That is why we say the truth at all times. But those ones, they are giving 50p, $1 to buy the chat card. You know, when it comes, you see 500, you think it's so much money. These are the ones they are using. So as long as they are giving you that money, you are collecting it, you'll be forced to do their bit. Anything they ask you to say, that is what you say. So they don't have opinion of their own. So they should stop fooling people using their platforms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Marzi. You know, what you just said now, it's very, very important because someone have constantly, you know, talk about how Mazen Nandekano used to send him, tell him the financial distinction of IPOB, whatever. But man, looking at the person speaking, you will wonder. At times, people feel like it's Mazen Nandekano really what we think it's because the cannibal of the person, you know, talking of, you know, Mazen Nandekano exchanging such information with people that beg recharge card. And when we begin to wonder, is Mazen Nandekano that, you know, I don't want to use some words, will make the enemies feel somehow. But you know, this is something that a lot of our people have been deceived of. If you want to talk, they will tell you they are in Nigeria. They are the one taking the bullet. Believe you me, the very day the army came to your house to attack the leader of indigenous people, I was that day on video call. And I saw everything was going on. I witnessed when they scattered inside the room, break the portraits they have at the picture, they scattered everything. I saw everything because I was on call with. But all these elements who claim to be Mazen Nandekano bodyguard, Mazen Nandekano's PA, Mazen Nandekano were nowhere to be found unless Kahan was also but so long as they're not there, the only place I saw was on our leaders' visit to Boy State. But that was, by the way, my going on online before agenda of these women in America. Nelly, she and some of, I don't know them because people, I don't really know them. I only know the struggle. You see, propaganda account number that we don't know anything about. As someone who is very close to the head of finance of this hallowed family and a brother to the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, account that these people are still pleading with some people and some idiots paying money into that account. Please, what can you tell us about the account and the new account our head of finance announced?
Thank you. To start with, I said this thing, let me repeat again. I remember saying this in your last program. I told them, I tweeted something about that account. That was on 7th of August, that the account is fraudulent. It took our people time to understand that. And when they did, they tried to stop it. And these people, you're calling their names now. These people are expelled from IPOB. They are not part of the family anymore. They are not part of IPOB. So what on earth will you be doing with somebody who is not a member of our IPOB? Somebody that has been expelled from IPOB. They will come out, they will float in account. It's just trial luck they are doing because they know some idiots are paying into that account. I wouldn't even say some idiots because I know most of them, there are most people who believe in stealing. So even if you tell them don't pay money to that account, they'll go and pay money to that account. Maybe they have 1,000, for example. They will go and pay in 200 and put the rest 800 in their pocket, claiming that they paid into the account because they know that you cannot verify it. That account has been cancelled. That's nothing like Umeri. ROD account. It has nothing to do with IPO. The official account people are meant to pay into is everywhere. It's open everywhere. It's the legal. It's everywhere. Is this Biafra Freedom LLC account in USA? That is where people have been asked to pay money into. No other place. So any person that is allowing these criminals to fool them, you are just on your own. Because you see a lot of them, they are desperate about money. Everybody's talking about money. Even when they say that they are not part of IPOB, they are not part of Biafra. But leave Biafra and go, no. Leave IPOB and go, no. Follow the one you formed, no. So any person that is paying into that account or propagating that account, consider that person to be an enemy of IPOB, an enemy of Biafra. Don't look back. That person is an enemy of Biafra. Any person that authorizes it. Because I am beginning to see a lot of things happening. I am beginning to see a lot of things happening. As I read something yesterday about somebody who was talking about Simon Peter. That, put it, he was referring to one of our comrades. That Onyendu did everything and knew how good he was or he is and handed over IPOB property to him to take care of. That is Simon Peter. You know, after reading that, and I laughed. You know what I asked myself? I said, I don't know if this person knows the history or the story of Simon Peter in the Bible. Was he not the same person that went and denied Yahweh? Said before the cock crowed 3 times, you deny me. The cock did not crow, deny me.
Is it Simon or Judas?
No, he said Simon. Simon as well did the same thing. Peter did the same thing.
Okay.
Yes, Simon Peter did the same thing. When they were dragging him, he said, are you one of the disciples of Yahweh? He said, no, I'm not.
I said no.
Hello. Yes, he turned back and looked at him. The cock started crowing. Am I right? Yes. It happened. So when he said that, I was just that was just a prayer. I laughed. That means people are using a narratives they don't even understand that replicate what people are. So why am I saying this? If you are as a principal officer, you don't know what to do. She'll be the one to direct you and no other person. Any other person talking about finance, check the person very well. He is on the other side. Any person not speaking in line with what Madam Anya is talking about, check the person very well. He is on the other side. And that is what they are doing. It's very sad. But those criminals in America, nobody should listen to them. Nobody should follow them. Well, then forget about what they're ganging up. They are out of IPOB, expelled. That was why they went and opened Umwe already. That has nothing to do with IPOB. I saw it. I saw them out already in the spirit because the way they were going, you know, this struggle, that is the spirit that drives Biafrans. That was why, if you watch one of the famous statements from even Nigerian military, in the heat of this struggle, when they were killing our people came out on the street, said, one of them said, do you know what baffles me most? Even as much as we are trying to kill them, they are coming in thousands. The man said, such spirit I've never seen before. And that is the spirit of Biafra that is driving most of us. Even if everybody rejects what we are doing, as long as you know you stand on the truth, you are saying the truth, remain there, don't move. One day, for sure, you'll be vindicated. That is why we say we are whiter than white and whiter than snow.
So, Mazi, are you saying that if your own father, who is our leader, ever, said that he never asked us to change that account? Because people keep asking you, why will you people change the account that our leader approved? Why should we change it? Why do we do this? A lot of questions. Do you agree with me that if Mazi ever said that he never asked you people to change that account, that Biafran should kill you by hanging?
Yet, the account that was there before, that caused a lot of havoc, all of you were aware of it. That was the account that were being used, which they shut down on 14th of June, before the rendition of Onyendu, which most of them were aware of. They shut that account down before the rendition of Onyendu. They came out, they were telling stories that this Onyendu was aware of it. Onyendu cannot be aware of it. When it was on 14th, before he was renditioned, arrested on 19th, they are aware of it. And they come out, they are fooling people. If these people are saying this thing, if Biafrans find out it was lies, let them do us what pleases them. What do we do to these criminals? If we find out that they were telling us lies, what are we going to do to them? You can.
Of course, they will remain in exile. They will not come back. No, the fact, the thing is, there is all these people doing this. They know that they are not coming back. They know they will not come back to Biafra land. But there is one more thing I want to know. Mazi, will you go against VOS no matter what?
I will not call against them no matter what. But I own it as a duty. There is what we call constructive criticism. If they make a mistake, as I have been doing, I will not come out on social media to correct them. That is wrong. I call them at the back and tell them what I want to tell them. My opinion.
Okay.
My opinion. It is my responsibility to pass the message across to them. Whether they take it serious or not, that is their own problem. But the fact remains, I have done what I'm supposed to do as a human being. That is the way I operate. I don't hate any of them. I love them. All of us, we are doing what we have to do. But sometimes, when your brother is making a mistake, it's your responsibility to tap him on the shoulder and say, my brother, come back. That place you are going, please. Try to rethink.
Okay. Thank you very much. Mazi, one more question. Do you think the leadership of the OS, as it stands, is capable of taking us to where we want to be, or to be holding this family faith until Mazi Nnamdi cannot regain his freedom?
Yes, of course. We have to do it collectively. DOS functions today because of all of us. Because that's not crazy. We make it happen, and it must happen. Nobody can change it. They are there to do that job. We are here to do our own job too. Because as it is, there are people who are there. It's a plant. They're just like a plant, a tree planted. There will be people watering it every day. And that is what we are doing collectively as members and family members of indigenous people of Biafra. DOS is a body. That's why I said, that's why I'm always against. When people come out and say DOS is this, DOS is that, I'm laughing. Because DOS is an entity. If somebody offends you, you can call the name of the person, but stop discrediting DOS completely, because it's a body that stands. But it's only people who are there. If they are not doing well, you have the right to call them out. Said, my brother, you are not doing well, but not calling DOS. When you call DOS, which means it's an overstatement. That is why I call them personally. I speak to them personally when they're making a mistake. I don't say DOS, no. Any person that I know I can communicate with, I will call them and say, my brother, you are not doing it right. And that is what it's all about. So I believe firmly in DOS. Nothing anybody can do about it. That is the truth. But the truth, I have to tell them when they make a mistake. Or anybody is in position to do that. But please, if you want to do it through a constructive way. Apart from those of them that are out already to defraud. And like those of them talking about me now in the open. So when I'm coming out, I'm facing them head. I will not look back. Just to tell the people the truth, let them understand it. So any person that wants to join them and do what they are doing, you know you are doing it at your own detriment. So to not say that you are not told. That is what I'm trying to do. But
okay,
DOS,
now,
I strongly believe in it.
Yes, Mazi, okay. I has been established that you believe so much in DOS. Now, Mazi, I want you to listen to this. Listen to this. Just, I believe you have watched the, how do you call it, the video of what transpired in Imo State. And IPOB have been accused in so many things going on in Imo State. Both the cannibalism, both the kidnapping, both almost everything that is happening in Imo State by the Supreme Court Governor of Imo State. At fourth position governorship aspirant that later become the first by the help of Supreme Court. I want you to listen to this and tell me what you think. Now, let's listen to Owele Lotus.
Towards point at Celtic, as well as over 20 other retailers. Standard Bank, it can be.
Okay.
Legal government, but illegal in the eyes of the public.
Now listen.
I went to him and I stood by him to see whether he can corner some favor from the people. Because I still represent the face of APC in the state. And that gentleman called the governor of the people now cannot walk on the street. I challenge him, let me come out on the street. Is now we know who owns this land and who has the favor of the people. So there's no basis for comparison at all. And he knows that. So when you say try to correct it, it means that there's something to correct other than for the government and those who he uses their armed forces, especially the army now. And I call to Chief of Army Staff to desist from giving anyone efforts to stop giving efforts, which will enable him come and commit havoc in the state. The police should never give him any more police. Let him be entitled to constitutional police, not to move with armored tanks and commit havoc in the street. If he's a governor, let him walk on the street or drive a normal car. Why move in a bullion van and armored tank every time?
Okay, Mazi, this is the voice of Rocha Sokolocha, but let's go on. I want listen.
By now, human rights international should because happened in Imo State.
I don't know. I'm having little challenges here, and but anyway, I think you know exactly what I'm trying to talk about. Okay.
And that's why it's not like a person who should be directing himself and going to go and this. And I want to invite those where those supported from the people, the answer for where they went there and screamed that there are unclaimed corpses. Who are these not children of people?
I think the audio is not clear, but I believe you have listened to that interview of Rocha Sokolocha. And according to him, there is executioner. There is this policeman called, I can't remember the name, working with Hope Uzodinma. Could it be that these people are behind all this killing going on in Imo State? That's a question.
Thank you very much. I wouldn't do that question justice without me going back to what happened and how this man got there. He was appointed as Sarikin of Imo State to come and take over Ikonso's house in Owerri. That is the bitter truth. And I blame the people of Imo State for not doing what they were supposed to do then. They demonstrated only once, if not once, and that was the end of it. Somebody who was nowhere closer to the third position was all of a sudden given the governor of Imo State, and everybody accepted it. The problem in Imo State today was caused by Imolite. I must have to be honest. And if you can recap the killings going on in the days, weeks, months, that is something people don't know. Do you know that they are trying to carve out another state from Imo State and River State? That is why they are struggling to clear people from Osun, Izombe, Uguda. That is why Hope Uzodinma is fighting to clear everybody up. Because people can sit down every day and be writing Facebook, they are killing us here, they are killing us there, but they don't know why we are being killed. Sometimes you sit down to ask our people if there isn't at all. They want to carve a state out there. And these are the areas where the resources in Imo State is. Because, like we said before, people never knew that Imo and Dabia are part of Niger Delta. They never knew. And when they're talking about Niger Delta, you think they're talking about Bayelsa, Cross River State, Akwa Ibom, and all these areas. That is why Hope Uzodinma is killing that way. People have to understand this. And most of the traditional rulers that are being killed are those of them he has been dining with. Now they realize there is Ruga in the making in Imo State. That is why Uzodinma is trying to sack the whole people in the communities so that they can take over. So what are the other people doing? Okorocha is talking. Yes, he was in that position. But I know his own case was different. Apart from, if I'm not mistaken, arresting our mothers in Owerri. He never killed, I don't think I killed any member of IOB or Biafran. I give him credit on that. But this master that signed a document to bring Ruga in Imo State, to give our lands to the Fulanis, is the one causing all this havoc. Like he rightly said, he cannot travel again like a normal human being. Even those in prisons are better than him. He's going with armor tanks here and there, killing people at will. The cannibalism is Hope Uzodinma. It's the government of Hope Uzodinma that is responsible. It doesn't matter whom they are using. Let it be a police officers, soldiers, DSS. He is responsible because he is the chief security officer. Why is he attacking the people of Osun every day? What is his interest? And people are not seeing it. I find it very, very unfortunate that even where most of our people who are in media supposed to write, they don't write about it. They are busy writing that doesn't make sense. Writing to please their own fellow comrades that messed up somewhere on the line. They are looking for people to repair the image. Every day you write about them. That is absolute madness. Stupidity of the highest level. There are things we need to write. I was in one of those meetings in UK. You know, people don't know. That is why when they are talking about positioning, people laugh at them. When I attend most of the meetings I attend in UK, I'm not going to because there are meetings you attend
No,
open.
you, you have the privilege simply because I'm the Kano's brother, or is it you just measure yourself into this meeting like they will always say?
Yes, I'm the Kano's brother, but I know there are things still I do in that is not being mentioned. They wouldn't come out and say, look at what he's doing, look at what he's doing. No, I know what I can do. I know what I represent. And that is why when they are using all those words, I laugh at them. I attend meetings they can never attend till the day they will die. It didn't start today. It's been there since 2017-18. It's been there since 2017-18. Where are we today? We're talking about 2001. And that's when they are talking, I'm laughing. I have information they don't have, unless I tell them. But it's all working. We are all working for the same thing. It's all about the interest of IPOB, Biafrans. That is what comes first. It's not about for personal gains now. So in one of those meetings, when we were talking, they said every little thing they put IPOB. They don't know why they are doing what they are doing. Everything they will write IPOB because they know. I attend meetings, I argue with them, the people that matters. I will tell them, why are they bent on proscribing IPOB, ESN? What happens to the bandits? Why are they not being proscribed? Why is it people have not done that? They now realize that when they prescribed IPOB, Nigeria will be in total mess. Because Buhari, when he was alive, went and brought these people from Foothill or Footaja in Sahel. They are there to come and thumbprint. These are the little children thumbprinted during every election in the north. So they don't they're coming from again. So how can you back? It's very difficult. You cannot do it. That is why they are doing what they are doing today. So also them is working for these people to destroy Biafra land so that they can say it's IPOB. No, we fight them every day. Check my Twitter at Mazi Kanu every day. I tweet the same people. Even those of them who are ignorant, they don't know how this war politics have been played. I tell you, why are you always tagging the same people all the time, all the time, all the time? These are the people that need the information. These people, Nigerians, are lobbying with thousands of us, thousands of pounds to change their mind. These are the people we have to bring message to. Not to a common person on the street. No, I don't need it. If you don't know what to do, tag at State Department, tag FDCO, tag UK Parliament, tag these people in European Union, European area, out in whatever service they call them. Tag these people. These are the people that need the information. Not every other person on the street. United Nations. These are the people that need the information. You don't tag because Canada is not going to do anything for you. Tag these people. This is the people that need to get the message. That was what our leader was preaching all this while. But people don't understand it. We have to send this message across to them. The cannibalism that is going on. You know the purpose of the man was a 419 and still a 419 up to today.
Of course, I'm aware. Yes.
So, what is the problem there? They know what they are playing. Both of you must say it's time for them to get up and say enough is enough. That below van, wherever it is, stop and tell them it's enough. That is why they are killing our people on a daily basis, trying to make us look stupid. It has nothing to do with these killings. IPOB members has nothing to do with these killings. You can't tell me that you will kill your own family you are protecting. It is not possible. It is not possible. And that is how it is. You saw the incident that happened with Okorocha's in-law, which was. I tweeted he should be thankful to God and IPOB family members. I don't know him. I was tweeting from that very day. Not one, not two, not three tweets. I don't know him. But in as much as that our people are useless, Are we going to allow them to die in the hands of the Fulanis? The answer is no. We have to protect them. They're still ours. They are still our brothers. I said, go and thank your God and thank IPOB. They gave you a second chance to live. That's what I told him. And that's the fact. Nobody can take that away. These are the things IPOB is doing. This is the job we are doing, but people don't see it. All they're after is just to destroy IPOB, because IPOB is the greatest problem of the Fulanis. If not by now, there wouldn't have been anything like Halib again. That would have been over. I said, no, him and wanted. ESN came for good to protect our people. That is why they are fighting left, right, and center, fighting left, right, and center. They proscribed IPOB, but they never told people after the proscription in that September 24th, if I'm not mistaken, or thereafter, that IPOB filed an appeal on that very case up to today. The Nigerian court listened to that case. If they think that IPOB was proscribed for real, and they appealed for how many years now? For how many years now? We're talking about barely 7 years. 5 years. They refuse to hear the appeal. That tells you that there's something wrong in what they are doing. IPOB, we are a very peaceful movement. We are very peaceful people. They know that. But they are trying to destroy us by all means possible. Why them? Ask them, why are they not? Why are they not proscribing their own people? Look at what happened in the last days. They arrested Uche. It was a kidnap. They came. And that kidnap failed because of Biafrans who were present in the church and raised alarm. And we started tweeting everywhere. If you go and check, if you check that very yesterday, day before yesterday, the tweet. Now they reversed it and said it was an arrest. How come that governor of Imo State was coming to arrest people? He never came with Nigerian police official car or with even number carrying Imo State plate number. He took the one from other state. That is how they operate. It was assassination, and luck ran out of them. They said now it was an arrest. And the same people whom these idiots are using to kill us. All the whole Southeast governors, all of them are the same. Don't think that anybody's better. Also, them is worse than because his own is happening. The same thing is happening in the body state. Udevoma is killing his own people on daily basis. He's killing his people on daily basis with his so-called Ebubako, because he thinks that he's going to get the slot as president of Nigeria come 2023. He is joking. He is joking. He is joking. This is what they are, all of them into it at the same time. Why they are trying to kidnap our people to detain us in various detention centers. When they take you from Enugu, they will deport you from there, they will take you to Abuja. From Abuja, you'll be taken to Suleja, Niger State, where they torture you to death. That's what they do. There is an arbiter, they torture people to death. They take people there. But the same DSS are begging the bandits, negotiating with them to pay them 20 million naira to release their comrades, their colleagues they took in hostage. Can you believe that? And the people are coming to tell us all is well. People are coming to tell me that all is well. Instead of us to fight for our people to be released, people are busy talking about useless things. Useless things. So this is how it is. As long as I'm concerned, Rochas Okorocha is talking as a senator sitting. You people have not done enough in Imo State. It's the time you have to summon the whole Imolites and tell them, let us march, enough of this mess. If not, all of you be decimated. All of you be decimated. Because you never believed in IPOB. People will never believe that ESN is doing something. ESN is in the forest. They're not coming to fight for these people. But you people should come out and tell us of them, this fool, hope us of them, enough. Until you people do it, nothing will change in Imo State. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, we are going to toughen the question now. I will be asking you some personal question. But if you don't feel like answering any of it, you can leave it but it will be a bit tough. Mercy, there is a boy in Finland called Simon Eber. And this man have been using the terms of, do you know what I have with Mazen Nandekan? Do you know what he sent me to do? Do you know what I've been doing with him? Do you know the business I have with him? But your brother, who is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, have refused to issue any direct warning or a kind of advice for the man in Finland to stop using his name to drive in followers or to make money online, even to the extent of raising funds with the name of Mazen Mandekano. Why do your brother decide to keep mute about this, their idiocy online?
Thank you. There's something you have to understand. My brother is in incarceration, is in detention. His coming out is the most important thing. He doesn't need to put his head around every day talking about one thing or the other. There is a structure set up. This is where the structure in place has to come in to do something, to talk something on his behalf. You know, one thing I found very funny where people are. They will always want you to tell them everything. When I mean telling them everything, I wouldn't say what I agree. Please remove that thing there. The church will want you to come and say, hey, remove that. If his copy want the church to remove, he said, please remove that thing there. The church looking at you. This is how I define people. Looking at you like this. Until he said, my friend, remove that cup there. That is what I'm talking about. The child will move it. As children growing, as kids, when we're growing up, there are things we learn from our parents. You might be talking, your parents will look at you without being told. They pass the message to you immediately. Why is it not happening today in what we are doing? I wrote in my language, that is exactly what they are doing. Where they're supposed to act, people will not act. They will relax. Things are getting off hands. All of them who are doing these things, they know that they don't have any stand. They know they don't have stand in what is happening. You are doing your program. When you make mention of many names, follow this person, follow this, follow that, follow that. It's not a license for you to think that you know what Onyendu. There are people Onyendu know more than you. They don't even talk about Onyendu. They have met one-on-one. They don't even need. They still follow the chain of command. That tells you that these people, they have a different thing in mind. They are not part of the struggle, and they will never be. It doesn't matter how they pretend. You can pretend. It will not change anything on the ground. But from the way they are talking, you know that they are not part of what we are doing. So why do you need somebody to come out and tell you to move out of these people? That is the question that people should ask themselves. Somebody will come out, they'll be talking. You look at them, they're talking. Most of them sit down in their kitchen, as I am now talking in my own place. They believe that the world rotates around their kitchen. That is exactly what is happening. And you see them, they will take a stolen money from IPOB and be giving them. They are eating. When you come out and said, if you are telling lies, may Elohim kill you, they say, you don't know that you are even praying for one day to come. Because the money you took, the money they gave to you, was the money they used in buying you over to bribe you to be talking nonsense. Some fools will come out to be writing what they don't know. Nobody should use the name of Onyen. That's what I said before. When they want to commit all these havocs and these atrocities, they will say Onyendu said. Onyendu did not send any of them. I know too well. When they call this kind of a meeting for you to be on a safer side, call Madam Ndanya, the head of finance. She will always advise you on what to do, if it's true or not. But most of them, are highly fraudulent. You cannot defraud IPOB and go free. Okay, come more we have. You go blood money. Those days in our village, you hear that people eat money. Oh, there are people, even in meetings, if you contribute money and give to them, they will eat. But there is money. Those ones that eat money, there's money they don't touch in their life. There is one contribution we do in our village. It's everywhere in Alibo. Contribution, who knows tomorrow? Oto Onyema. It's called Onyema. Who knows? No matter how they eat money, they don't touch that one. Because you know that money is being contributed for people who will die or those who are dead. So that is why they touch it. Nobody touches that one. That is what these people are doing. They are coming on social media to show they are somebody. They are nothing. I pity those people who are sitting down hours listening to what they are talking. Everything they are, there's no single thing that comes out of it. No single thing. Sometimes by mistake, you are going through Facebook, you flip, you hear them ranting. You pause and say, is this people out of their senses? That is what I want to stop. Nobody should use the name of Onyendi to do anything. If you said it's your own initiative, you want to raise money because you want to buy a speaker or you want to buy a laptop, it makes sense to me. I can understand that. It's defined what you want to do with the money. But do not come and say that you are raising funds for Onyendu. Onyendu never authorized that. If at all such thing is going to happen, it goes through one source. That is the head of finance. When she speaks, other people can pick it from there and speak based on the sentence she said. But nobody can issue a contrary order to that because she is the one in charge of finance worldwide. And if anything goes wrong today, do you think they are going to look for somebody else? They are going to ask her because she is the head of finance. Something is wrong, come and explain. And that is the bitter truth. So these people who are ranting, trying to use IPOB to rinse themselves, they are making the greatest mistake of their life. They don't have any chance. And they can never survive. They can never survive it. They can't. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now, you see, with the questions that I'm putting to you now, it's what is in the mind of people, including the enemy. Somebody called me and said to me, Ikenga, they gave your friend, that is Uche Caroline, 50,000 US dollars. And Kanun Takanu is aware of it. Nenianya is aware of it. But they have refused to talk. They have refused to debunk the accusation, meaning that it's true. So I want to ask you, you know Uchenna or Caroline, our Onyendu's personal secretary. You know him, you know her. So tell me, the 50,000 they gave to her, what did she use it for? And if it's not true, tell us what really happened.
And thank you very much. In the terms of 50,000, because I'm somebody, when I'm talking, I'm always open, I'm always direct. I don't have anything to hide. What I tell you now is what I'm going to tell you tomorrow, if you ask me. In the first place, the $50,000 they're talking about, I myself am not aware of it. I don't think others are. Because if you watch out what happened in the first time, when Onyendu was renditioned, is it not the same group of people that were accusing innocent people of betraying Onyendu? The same Caroline was mentioned. The same Madam Nenanya was mentioned. And I myself was mentioned on the same lies that we betrayed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If with time people realize that this was fake, why would any person believe this bunch of criminals again when they are talking? Because for me personally, you only need to make one mistake. I will analyze you and put you where you belong to. I will not give you a second chance again. to make fool of myself, to make fool of me. No, I will not do that. This is something we have to learn. When they want to fabricate, when they want to win the souls, because there are people in this struggle who are gossiping. They are only there to gossip, to destroy other people. So when they want to win their mind, they will come up with something. But they themselves, why are they not coming to say, this is how much we've defrauded IPOB since this time Onjindu was incarcerated? Why are they not talking about it if they are honest? They are always good in pointing fingers on other people. What about they themselves? They have been defrauding. They have been doing fundraising at the back. What are they doing it for? What are they using it for? To reach themselves. These are the same people who are coming to tell you that they don't believe in Biafra. That Biafra is a slavery name. You said you want one thing they call it, what is it, Idu? You said you want Idu. I've been reading Idu, they said Idu Biafra. You are this and that IPOB, the same Biafra. That tells you that these people are no longer normal anymore. They've gone nuts. Nobody should take these people serious when they speak. They are fighting to see if they can cover up. But they are in for a tough ride. Because all our people that have sacrificed their lives because of this struggle, they will hunt them wherever they are until the day they will go down. Because what they are doing is abominable. So we should ignore these people. They are there to peddle fake information. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Mazi, don't you think it would be a right decision for your brother Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, whom is the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra, to give a message to your younger brother, Emmanuel, a message, to deliver to Biafra, the serious one, those who are confused, because there's a lot of people who don't know what's going on. They will always come to me to ask me, okay, Kenga, if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is against the account, why can't he tell Emmanuel to Biafra? If Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is against Nelly Ofebu, why can't Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say it? Because Emmanuel always visits our leader. And there is no way Emmanuel can come out to tell us what our supreme leader never said. So, don't you think it will be a perfect decision for Mazi to, because most of them will tell you, oh, DOX, they live in Thailand, they live in Kafangola, they are not anywhere close to Mazi. So anything DOX say, they will say it's a lie. It's not true. So I think the best person whom always visit Mazi in DSX custody is Emmanuel, which he's also Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's brother. And he will be in the right position to tell Biafrans the mind of our supreme leader. To me, I am not confused. Don't misunderstand me. Because some people will not come out to say, hey, Kenga, how can you afford people saying this? Look, I am not confused, but they have baby IPOB members. The reason why I call them baby IPOB members, some of them will tell you, oh, so this person is nobody. Why did Onyisi call him? Why did Onyisi give him money? Why did Onyisi do this? Why did Onyisi do that? These are the words of baby IPOB members. I call them, it's not that they are saboteur. Don't misunderstand them. It's only that they can't reason properly. They are not sabo, to be honest with you. And they are enticed by the gadgets they see around. When there is golden cup with King Solomon's chair, so most of them are moved. Most of them are moved by all these things. So they want to hear direct from Onyendu. Even one of them called me and said to me, Ikenga, call Onyendu and tell him to speak to us. I said, how can I call Onyendu? Onyendu is somewhere. And I don't have any number. Don't think because I'm talking to Onyendu's brother. So that means I'm also talking. No. Since I joined IPOB, The only time I speak to Onyendu was on program. Just like you people do. Forget about all these people who will always come out to tell you, do you know the plan we have with it? Onyendu don't have time for that. Onyendu don't have time for, I know how difficult it is. I always be with Mazi Kechukonora. At times he will send a message. Onyendu will ask him to do something, to get something to send to him. And he will get that information and forward it to Onyisi 3 months. 3 months. Onyendu never even opened. So you understand? Talk less of me. I don't have a private conversation with Onyisi. I don't have Onyisi's contact. I don't have any. The only time I call Onyendu is the same time you also call if Onyendu is online. Because Onyendu expects you to do what you're supposed to do. He will only tell you go out there to do. So, Mazi, don't you think if your junior brother, speak to Biafra, that will save more souls?
Thank you very much. The thing is this. In the first place, you are a presenter. You are a presenter,
yes, go ahead.
and you will always talk to people. People will always ask you questions. People will always come to you because they want to know. And it's our responsibility to keep the record straight. You asked me one question, let me go back. If I believe in DOS and the structure of what they are doing, that they will bring us where we want to go to. I said yes. Like we know before, I said, there's a division of labor. In that note, when it comes to the issues of finance, Onyendu cannot come out and speak to everybody unless one is doing a program like he used to do before he was auditioned. He can say it there. But for him to know the structure he left behind while he's still there, if he's going to give a message, he has to pass the message through the right source. He cannot tell my brother to go out, to go and speak to Biafrans. Would they believe him? The answer is no. Before you know it, the same group of people who said, oh, the struggle has turned to family business. When they want to scare people, they will tell you it's not a family business. That is what they do all the time. But I am not scared of that because I have paid with my own money in this struggle, with my own sweat, with our own blood. So if you are telling me that IPOB is not a family business, it's laughing. Because you must not be in any high position to make things move around. You are being given an opportunity to galvanize, to bring things together and make sure things are moving in the same direction. If we are like sheep, do you think we will be controlled left, right, and center? No, sheep. If you send sheep in one straight line, they'll be moving in that straight line. And that is how it is. So why am I trying to say this? In terms of the issues of money and all these things, if the people cannot listen to Madam Anya, that is the head of finance, then you should know that these people are not willing to learn and they can never learn. That is the bitter truth. So any information they want to get about finance, she goes to the radio to announce it. The way she says it, that is the way. Nobody can take it away from her. That is the last person. That is the person that has the final say when it comes to finance. And if Onyendu is giving a message, it passes through her and no other person. That is how it is, my brother. So those of them who are asking, it's time people should open your ears. Try to put one and one together to understand what is happening. But I can as well tell you, Mazi Kenga, don't forget that those of them who are calling you are the ones they are giving recharge card money to be calling you, asking questions. Whenever you say something, you see them, they start writing rubbish. These are the people who know them. But any person that is reasonable, you will know that we are not in this struggle for anybody. We are here to actualize Biafra. So if one door closes, and that one will open. And these people, they know that their own doors are shut. Their own doors are shut. You can see it from what is happening now. They are fighting a battle they cannot finish. I pity them. I pity them. If they are reasonable enough, they should come back and find a way to amend their ways. But where they are going, there is no road there. Their own door, I can guarantee you, is closed. They are struggling. And that's how it is, my brother. So
thank
leave
you
them.
very much.
Any person that wants to do that, then let them do. If they don't want to do that, that's a problem. But we will be here to tell them the truth. Thank you.
Of course. Of course. Thank you very much. And let me quickly answer these people whom always tag our strong family business. Look, it is purely family business. And if you want to join the business, you join the family. IPOB is not unit. IPOB is not branch. IPOB is not KFC where you go and eat. IPOB is one family. And we are in a straightly family business. If you want to know the business, you join the family. So no need of wasting time always. It is family business. And we are inside our family. It's our business. It's not your business. Because, they will always come to intimidate you with all this. Oh, it's family business. Before, what do you think IPOB is? It's called IPOB One Family. So we are in a family business. And if you feel like you can, you can do the business with us, you join the family and you will know what's going on. And that's just by the way. Mazi, I don't know if you have time to take some questions.
Of course I can.
Okay, dear friends, those of you who have my number or my media advisor, I will ask you to please post my WhatsApp number so that people can call in. And when you call, I will only give you 2 minutes. It doesn't matter who you are. If you call me and you want to practice that 2 minutes I gave, I will cut you off. It doesn't matter who you are. You have only 2 minutes to ask your question, and you will drop. Mazi Kanun Takano will answer your question. Please, the line is open. The line is open. And if my handler is there, please kindly tag okay, the number is there. Okay. I think I have the first caller. I don't know from Germany or from United. I don't know. The caller, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, you have.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning, my brother. You have only 2 minutes. Do you have question for Mazi Kanun Takano?
No. I don't have question because I am in the family business.
Okay, you are also a family business member.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm a very strong family member of IPOB, and I'm inside the business, and I'm very happy about the business.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much.
So I just want to thank beloved brother Mazi Kanun Takano. When he came to Austria, in Austria exhibition, I was with him. I saw him face to face. I really, from his outlook and the way he do things, I really believe in this man, that this family is very, very, very honest family.
Of course.
And we want to tell you, Mazi Kanun Takano, all the efforts you and your family have been putting in this struggle, Chukwokika Abiyama will never ever let you people behind, because you people have cried enough. Our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who brought us in this family together, including you, Mazi Kanun Takano, we all must keep on guiding this family. I told Ikenga, I will stand in this gate with him. And anybody we allow to enter, we enter. If we watch you, if you are not upright, we will stop you on the way. This is what we are going to do to all the enemies of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We are in this business, we'll be doing it. If they don't like how we are doing the business, they should go and hang the transformer.
Oh, they should go and form their own. They should go and form their own business. Thank you very much.
Simple.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Wachineke. That is very kind of you. That is kind of you.
If you don't like how we do our business, you go and form your own business. It's very simple. The market is open for everyone. Let me take another call. Yes, the caller, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Are you a family
Dr.
business member?
I am a hardcore.
Okay.
This is Mazi from London. Mazi Kanonta. You are honorable, ma. Very honorable. The family of Mazi Kano I know too well for so many years. They have been honorable people. Even a dog in the family is honorable. Everything about Kano family in the whole of Biafra land is honorable. Till tomorrow until eternity. God has used your family right from the Biafran war prophecy that was made. And that prophecy is being fulfilled today. There are so many things our people don't know. But what I'm going to tell you, Masika Nonta, don't give up.
Thank you.
Don't give up.
Thank
you. The same way our leader has not given up. We will keep fighting. The king has been begging you to leave this autopilot as for us or your comments.
No,
I love dealing with them.
I love we want them to call it. We want people who are not family business members to call it. So the family business members, they have to wait. Let the non-family business members to call in. Thank you very much, Mazi. Thank you. Let me take another call. Another call. Oh my goodness me. The caller, can you hear me? Yes. Are you a family business member?
I can hear you.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. My name is Onyedika Kimadimere. I'm from Niger State.
Okay.
And when much question to ask Kalunta.
Okay.
But the only thing for Kalunta, I just want him to be more strong. You know, people who have not sacrificed anything in this struggle. Nikuna na family business. And how people family business. In America, not Taboga. In America, not Taboga, not Gary Club. A family have sacrificed their parents. Mama, they can't put the car on. Eh? Kuna family business. We let them get million. I do just from Mago and Pago. But they go na compound.
That is it.
That's not got all distraction. The only thing to do with Kalonta, keep on going. Make it so na the Kalo Putra. Because something the Kala Putra.
Of course, I will definitely come out.
He will come out. He will come out.
Because the only human being at this structure. And I want this opportunity to advise the Biafran. A man cannot use one tongue and speak two things at a time.
Yes, Mazi, your time is up. Your time is up. 2 minutes. Your time. Conclude.
Okay, I was saying a man cannot use one mouth and speak two things. If you don't belong in Biafra and you know you belong to do, what you do? You cannot be outside the house. You are outside the house and you want to control the house. If you want to control the house, you become a member of the house before you control that house. So when the money money here, you have been people and you have been money again.
Thank you very much. It is your family business. If you want to join the business, you join. If you don't want to join, you get out. Allow us to continue with our business. Because if I'm a male family business, let me take the call. The caller, there's a lot of calls coming in. Chineke Kwepana. I can't even pick. I don't know which one to pick again. These people should. The caller, can you hear me? Yes. The caller, can you hear me?
Hello, one family.
Yes. Are you a family?
Yes, I hear you, Mazi Kenga.
Yes, Mazi, go ahead. 2 minutes.
Yeah, sure, hardcore. My name is Mazi Okoro Kono, the coordinator with this wonderful family.
Okay.
I'm calling from Ghana.
Thank you very much. Ghana.
Okay, thank you very much.
Say.
Mazi, what got my attention is what our brother said concerning what is going on in Imo State. You know, this autopilot
the problem and the damage they have caused in this family. That is the reason why our people, the youth of Imo State, they cannot rise up to fight against this evil going on in our land. Because a lot of people are being confused. Because I can't see the reason why this family will give an order. Someone from nowhere who is not part of the family will start giving a countering order against us. So that is the reason why I'm saying, I am saying that if there is any way, our people will be taught how to work with one voice. Because now we are somehow, our people are being divided because some people are media, social media, they're following people that are not in line with what is going on.
Mazi, hold on. The coordinator, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing.
We are not, let me tell you, we are not divided. We are not divided, only that we have some gullible people within us. And those gullible and maybe IPOB members are the one you see talking rubbish. And having this in mind, you know, I go to buy. There's hunger.
Yeah. What I mean by divided means the action. We are not. Some of our people are not following the action that we want to.
No, Mazi, my dear coordinator, you are making a big mistake here. I understand you perfectly. I understand what you are trying to say, but it's not what it's supposed to be. I have our dear sister. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can go.
I need somebody to ask a kind of question. Good afternoon, my dear sister. Please.
I don't have any question for what question would I have to ask Mazi? I am in a serious family business.
Okay, call you to Kingdom. Call them and tell them that we are online, so they'll come and ask questions.
Okay, I will do that. Okay. But what I want to, first and foremost, I want to say a very big thank you to Mazi Kanu Takano. I know him one-on-one. We have met in Brussels several times. I know he's a hardcore Biafra. He shouldn't be derailed by what those the paid agents. We know they are paid. The paid agents, you know, that was sent to come and destroy what we've been building, what our children have died, sacrificed their blood all these years, which we will not allow. I know him. Nobody needs to tell me. I met Canon several times, and I know how long an IPOP member he is, you know. But what I want to, there's a question you asked him. I still want to remind him of that question. And I also want to give an example, like in 2016 or 17, if I'm not mistaken, our lawyer, Barrister Jopo, through the message of Mazi, issued a memo, a press release, discussing IPOP from Clifford Iruanya and their activities when they were expelled and they were doing what all these useless Idumoters are doing today. Can't we? So a lot of IPOP members, you know, and some Biafrans at large, you know, who is not comfortable with what this useless guy in Finland is doing with his cohorts, are asking, can't we still get our Mazi, our Onyendu, through his lawyer? Because people say do it through Mazi Mene. They might say it's family business, but through his lawyer, discussing IPOP from this boy in Finland and his cohort, a lot of IPOP members want their name spelled out. We are not confused. When they send the message, I know who they are talking, but a lot of them will say, hey, do you know who they are talking? Do you know who is the infiltrator? Why do you want this thing to be spelled out?
Okay,
no, you just want 1 second, I finish.
Okay, conclude. So
yeah, why do you want this thing to be spelled out? So that tomorrow, some of them will not say, because it was sent in code. We didn't understand. That is why we want it spelled out. We want their name spelled out through our lawyer. By our Ojendu, if it's possible, should give our lawyer this message, spell their names out.
Okay.
That is what I want to say.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please,
Mazi,
before you answer the question, I think Frank Uche, your suggestion is on point. IPOB members should stop calling. Let people who want to ask questions, because almost all the hard calls don't have questions. So any people who have questions, call. Mazi, please go ahead and answer the question.
Let me answer what she said. She's somehow
right. Hold on for me. Mazi, go ahead.
She's right in what the question she's asking and the message she wants to convey. But one thing is certain. Why is this man talking? They are talking because Onyendu said that people should listen to him. When you stop listening to him and when he's making a broadcast, he sees only one person. Do you think he'll continue to broadcast? He wouldn't. Because there are people they gave money. I keep saying this. There are people they placed on salaries. Every month they will give them little money to be writing. You think that they are writing? No. Go and watch the program. It's still the same people that are listening to the program on daily basis. So he is not increasing, rather is diminishing now. And that is why we should ignore him, let them fade away like a dust. And what our brother said from Ghana, what he was trying to say, I have a question for you. It's a question everybody needs to answer. If somebody is coming to kill you in your own house with a knife, a cutlass, machete, and they saw the person is coming, and you are in your house, do you need permission from these people to defend your own house?
No, at all.
The answer is no. So any person that is saying that they are confused, they don't know what to do, wait until the Fulani kill you, then you lay in your grave. You defend yourself. You don't listen to these women when they are talking because they're nobody. People who are listening to them, check them very well. There is something fundamentally wrong with them. They should know we are their friends. You want people to spell out everything. That was what I said. I made the first statement. We are no longer getting the proper training anymore. They can then hang on. But there are things you will be doing those days. When your parents look at you, you know that it's danger. This is what we have to go back again to practice. Then we can succeed in what we are doing. But if you want everybody to come out and spell everything out, then something is wrong with you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I'm with you, sir.
Yeah, you have 2 minutes, please.
I think.
Go ahead.
I thank you very much for your efforts and and the rest of other comrades. The house have no division as the coordinator trying to say. I thank every one of you guys. You guys are doing a marvelous job. First of all, I'm not an old taker of IPOB. Sir?
Yes, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead.
I'm not an IPOB oath member.
Okay.
But I can say that I defend IPOB, defend the leadership, defend the structure from 2015 to date. I went protest from all corners of the Biafra land, but unfortunately, I am not an IPOB member. Why? Is because when I travel abroad, hello?
Yes, Mazi, go ahead. You have 2 minutes. You just have one few seconds now.
Please, you give me one room a minute, please.
No, you know, a lot of people, as you're talking now, a lot of people are calling. So you just try to summarize it. Yeah.
Now, what? Okay, let me just pass the message straight. Let me just pass the message on to straight.
Why?
Please, is there any way the leadership of IPOB can make a room where people can be in a family? I can't hear you, sir.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Okay. So is there any way the structure can make a room where people can join in IPOB and contributing their monthly dues, doing everything they're supposed to do without attending presently, because there are some people who are willing to join the business. But the problem they have is that they are not in an environment where they are opportune to be attending a unit or even a zone or unit meeting. It happens to me since 2017. I'm in Indonesia. Unfortunately, the family are not moving properly in Indonesia because of the structure, because of the government, because of government restriction of immigration disturbance. Yes, and immigration disturbed a lot in Indonesia. So, and people don't allow to be going out or gathering so much.
Okay.
Now.
Okay, Mazi, thank you. Thank you very much. Your 2 minutes is up. Okay, Mazi Kanuntakanu, can you answer him the question?
Yes, thank you very much. We have a family in Indonesia. What he should do is just to contact the family. If you can't,
the caller on WhatsApp, please hold on. Go ahead, Mazi.
Okay. We have a family in Indonesia. Okay, what he can, what
no,
he can
the
do
caller,
is
the caller on WhatsApp. Just hold on. I'll come back to you. Okay.
So what he can do is just to contact IPOB family in Indonesia. If he can't attend the meetings, at least they can give him an account where he can pay pay in his money. Thank you very much.
Okay, the caller, go on. Go on, please speak.
Okay, I found one place only I found a money Arambra State, but I won't know my now Faruku.
Are you serious? Go ahead.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, go ahead.
I'm a full program here and I'm okay with it and well satisfied with it. I didn't say it. I do another one no name. Here Basara Simon and the other girl in Channel France, Mama effect we are again. Why are they putting confusion? Can you hear focus all their energy fighting war every time, two of them, instead of concentrating for what is going on?
Okay, thank you very much. Maz, over to you.
Thank you very much. I can understand from the onset, all of them were part of the gang that came to destroy IPOB. One person came out to speak the truth and to confess openly, and that was Efe, if I'm not mistaken. That came out to confess openly and said this was what happened. Without her, probably Biafrans wouldn't have known what was going on underground. And that was exactly what happened. So the battle they are fighting, she knows the battle she's fighting with whoever she's fighting, because she was the one I heard from her for the very first time that they were all giving money, that they all benefited from the money they shared in USA. So that is why she is attacking him seriously. So she has a reason why she is doing what she is doing, because she wants to expose the evil in IPOB and what he himself has done. So that is why they are doing all those things. So I think they should sort themselves out. It has nothing to do with what they're doing.
So, in other words, what Efe is doing is legit. Because one thing, when you do something bad and you realize your mistake, you come back and apologize to people that you have wronged and decide to expose the people that you have conspired to do evil. It's a great work. So Efe is actually doing a perfect work. And I want to say this to my listeners. Efe is a get man, is a get woman. Efe is among the people our supreme leader put on the gate of Biafra that must search you before you enter our territory. So what Efe is doing is her job. She nearly deviated. In fact, she deviated because of these people. But thank God to the glory of Chukwokike, she came back to her right senses, and now she's standing there by the gate, and nobody will pass on search. Before you enter Biafra, we search you. If there is anything we don't like in you, we send you back to where you are coming from. And on the process of sending you back, if you think you can kill us, anyway, but anyway, I have a Master Prophet on the line. Master Prophet, can you hear me?
Mama Mazi Kenga, Chukwugozie Mama.
Gozikwa gị. Ndewo.
Ekelele Mazi Kanunta. Kano enyi nwoke for over 25 years.
Imenu ya.
Anyị na-akwụ na-aga egwu ji agbaje mbazi. And ekelele m Chineke.
Ndewo.
O nwere before m ekwuo, o nwere ajụjụ m ga-ajụ Kanunta. One lady before jụrụ ajụjụ, and I think he did not answer that question. So I would like him to answer that question because that is the key of destroying the coup. If he doesn't answer that question, that means he doesn't want the coup to be destroyed. I want the first coup. I have destroyed the first coup. And there is another ongoing coup that is going now on the ground.
Yes.
And the lady asked a question specifically. She said, last time when there was a coup number 1, that a lawyer issued a statement that Mazen kind of said this and this and this and that. And that destroyed that coup. There is another ongoing coup on the ground. The only way to destroy that coup is not somebody to come out from DOS and say, we say this, or somebody said, we say. A lawyer will come and said, Mazen Nandekano says this and signed that. For example, the way they are raising money that is not authorized here and there, when will a lawyer come out and said, Mazen Nandekano said this and sign it on the paper? This is the question the lady asked.
Okay, hold on. My prophet, then hold on. Let's Kanunta answer the question maybe to your satisfaction. So, Mazi Kanunta, over to you.
Thank you very much, Prophet. Yeah, the thing is this: what the woman is asking is normal. But if they send the question the same thing, like I said before, these people are looking for relevance. And if at any time Onyende gives instruction, if that instruction comes out, it's not the lawyers that are going to write it because he gives a specific instruction to a specific person that is in charge. Okay? So what they are saying is a different thing, but I'm still believing it will be done in less than no time. But one thing we have to pay attention to, seriously, is these people are looking for relevance to make them position themselves. To make them position themselves. If these things will be said, for sure it's going to be said. But don't forget, our priority is not what they are doing outside. It's what is happening to Onyendu and is coming out. That should be our top priority, not these people. Because these people you see here outside, I would describe them as garbage carriers. They are looking for where to dump their garbages. That is how I can define them. So they are there to distract people's attention. You don't know where they're coming from. You don't know whom they are working with. So for that reason, leave them apart. But I can categorically tell you that these issues will be addressed at some point. If not towards this end of this year, probably by the first week of.
So we hold you by your word. Master, we hold you by your word.
All this is
categorically cleared. The issue will be addressed.
Of course.
That's what you said.
We say it the way it is. We don't hide from all these things. We say it the way it is. So okay. It will be done the way it's supposed to be done. But they know that they are out. What they are trying to do to see if they can win sympathizers. I can understand that. That reminds me now. Somebody sent a message to me here that somebody made mention of Professor Patrice Lumumba about the role I played, that Onyendu said that he should be brought into his legal teams, and I didn't do that. You see how they are trying to be gullible. They know. They were accusing DOS. It's not I'm responsible for the legal activities going on. Now the question is, we are one with sets of Queen's councils. Everybody has their own specialties. This, that. Like we have human rights lawyers. you have immigration, you have criminal, and this is how it is in life. And when things happened, I was the one looking for all the stakes because I met that same man, if I'm not mistaken, on the 2nd of July in one of the broadcasts where I explained what happened to Onyendu. I asked the questions. I was checking.
Let's understand you properly. You met which man?
I met in the program, we met with Lumumba while we were discussing in this Zoom meeting. And I was watching, people recommended. Already I had my own person I want to work with. Because, in this life, you have to bring people and compare and see who can do the job for you. If you can remember, when this thing happened, the first newspaper publication we had came from Kenya. That was Star newspaper in Kenya, if I'm not mistaken. It's a national newspaper. They published the rendition of Onyendu in their own terms. When we were asking, we had some people advising us on people to use. The one they introduced to us, we checked his background. We know these are politicians. You know somebody who can deliver and somebody who cannot deliver. You can suggest something to me, but it's not you that will tell me whom I have to work with. I checked that PLO is a very man that is outspoken, brilliant man, wonderful. But he didn't fit into what I want to do. Then we got the outstanding Professor George Wojokoy. Go and check his profile. It speaks for itself. This is a man that has been able to deal with a lot of countries. Uganda, he can't enter. He can't enter into Somalia. He can't enter Ethiopia. He can't enter Tanzania because he stood strongly for the human rights. After going through his profile, I decided that we can work with him because I had an interview with him one-on-one. We talked in the meeting with the groups of lawyers from our own side too here. We decided we are going to work with him because of his, profile. And some idiots are coming up, making noise, talking rubbish, try to win sympathizers. We are not here to gossip. In as much as we know what we are doing. If it was at the early stage when things happened, most people, their head were intact working. But most of them are mad now. That is why they will go back to bring out what happened ages ago. We are moving on, coming out to be talking about things that doesn't make any meaning. And some idiots, I call them idiots, are busy talking about Professor Lumumba. What for? Is it you that will tell me whom to work with? The answer is no. And we are going for the best, and we have to look for the best. So I want to tell you how these fools are behaving. When they pick one particular thing, they'll be talking about it, talk about it. Idiots who are lost will be on their own side asking questions. This is what I'm expecting people to ask me, and they don't want to ask. But they will go out and be peddling fake news. I am the one responsible, not DOS. So pointing fingers on DOS shows that the people are daft in the brain that they can reason. If you have any question, channel it to me. I will respond to that effect. But I want to tell them, nobody can tell us whom to work with.
My next question.
And
Master Prophet, hold on. Go ahead.
So we have the best lawyers.
No,
and
Master Prophet, hold on. Because Master Kanu is explaining something very vital. All these autopilot, they always cook up story to look like they are in center of all this. When it comes to things I don't know or I don't have knowledge about, I will tell you the truth. I will not put people in a state of imagination because from their testimony, you will think that they have a one-on-one meeting with Mazen Nandekano. And Mazen Nandekano asked them to contact Professor Ramumba. But the answer is no. Mazen Nandekano never asked them to. It's not them. But I don't know how they managed to get information. So anytime, if open a funnel, and this has been their problem. Anything handle, It's a funny here, put from police here, never the man arrest. He said they broadcast your radio, how take you over. It's a far have their clothes, Kamal Fascinating. These have been their problem. And I always tell them, you must learn how to relax. Be coming down. You over hyper. Stop dashing out information just to make it look like you're the one who knows everything. No, a lot of us know things, but we are not expected to say some things.
Let me tell you, Ikenga, I want to let me interject here. There is something. I know that sometimes I get pissed off when I call people's name. I don't like it. When this thing happened on 2nd of July, all of us were working as one people. This same Simon Ekpa that is spreading this news, I know that he's the one talking about it. Ask him. I spoke to him as a brother, said, what do you think we can do with this man? Do you think Patrick and Professor will fit in this very case as it is? Do you think you can work with him? I'm just sampling opinions. He categorically told me no, that he thinks he is on the side of the Kenyan government. He said so. I'm quoting him. I'm drinking water. If I'm lying, I need to drink water, let me die. He told me, no. I took his advice as a brother.
Mazi, drink the water. Mazi, no, drink the water. You bring the cup up, but you never drink. Drink.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
If I'm not saying the truth now, if I'm lying against him, I need to drink water, let me not see tomorrow.
Okay. Perfect. Okay, go ahead.
So now, he himself advised as a brother, no. His own honest advice will not go that way. I took it while I'm still carrying my investigations. So why would he come out and be talking about all this nonsense? As if we are not doing the right thing. I asked the question. All of us were in that meeting of 2nd of July, if I'm not mistaken, the date, when I said that Onyindi was rendition from Kenya. It was the Pan-African meeting. So these are the things. Our people should stop being stupid. They should tell the truth at all times and start making a fool of themselves. If you say the truth, you don't have anything to remember. And this is the bitter truth. They should stop deceiving people. We know where we're going to, and that is where we are focusing, and not what they are saying. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Master Prophet, sorry for keeping you this wrong, but please, you say you still have questions.
Yes, one more question, please.
Okay, only one.
Yes. Thank you.
All right.
My next question goes on. Finally destroying the second coup will have to do with taking away the finance from the second coup plotters. And I want to ask Mazen Kanonta, how come we don't hear on Radio Biafra and Biafran platforms? You have to understand the first coup, 99% of IPOB media warriors were on it, except Ikenga. And now they are waking up, thank God. But how come we don't hear on Radio Biafra and Radio Biafran platforms about the new account that has been created by Madam Nene? How come we don't hear it? How come?
In the first place, thank you very much. It's there in the open. Mazi Edoziem, the head of the Directorate of State, has spoken about that. Our sister talked about it as well in Radio Biafra. That's what I know. And I'm still talking about it now. Sometimes our people, we can be easily, deceived. Anytime we are chasing something, watch out our people. Whenever we lose concentration, it's over. And it's not every one of us that can manage 2-3 problems at the same time. Our people should do more on that. I've said it the account that is working. Madam Anya announced, head of the Directorate of State announced, is the Biafra Freedom LLC, no account. Any other person talking about any account without the concept of Madam Anya or presenting any other account, my brother, reposition yourself. You know that this particular person is one of our enemies. And we are talking to them, talking here today in this platform. We don't expect Madam Anya to do all this alone or the DOS. You can have the information now. You have the information, you have your own program. You go and make it open to the world. This is what it is. Because you go it and make it open, let people understand what it is. So that by the time people will come up to baboose you, to make you look stupid, you can call their attention. Please, if you don't know what to do, try to find a way to refer to the head of finance. She will be the one in the position to give you the better answer and to give you the better information about what is happening. And not somebody who is somewhere else. Probably that sees light only 1 hour in a day. Now in winter, will come up and be telling you what you have to do. You ask yourself, what is his position? They are talking about family this, family that, family this. What are these people's position? Because you anchor a program and be talking on Facebook, you think you've arrived. That gives you a position in IPOB. Do you see how foolish our people are? I'm sorry to use that word. Anybody can do that. And if you are being given that opportunity to use the platform, use it in the right manner. Any person, all those of them, our media warriors, they have the right. The account is there in the open, share it. Nobody should pay into the account of these autopiloters. We don't need them. And they are out of IPOB. Any person dealing with them, you are doing it at your own detriment. These people are out of IPOB for crying out loud. So what is people doing with them? So that is what I can say on this. Thank you.
Thank you. I think, Master Prophet, you are done with your question, right?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So one of us will just join me now. I will be joined by our gate woman. Let's see. Yes. Omoto Biafra, Effie, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good afternoon.
Yeah, afternoon. The floor is yours. Go ahead and talk.
Yes, Mazi Kanuta, good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Effie.
Mazi Kenga, thank you. This is the second time where they bring Mazi Kanuta to this your platform, this noble platform where you create to take talk about the things that we say in the affairs of. First of all, before I go straight to what one thing when I get to ask Mazi Kanuta, I want to use this opportunity also to say sorry to Mazi Kanuta and the family of our Supreme Leader at large, because most of the things then we say at that beginning when I talk, most of them it don't come to light, say those things not be truth, and every other Biafran don't they come to realize say those things not be truth, because these people they're more like grandmother to me when it comes to education and so many things in that place. They get the ability to say kind of convince and manipulate people.
Yes.
For them to even manipulate people who are far older than me, people who would think that they know better, we're supposed to even know better than me. So who are come be when people not go feel kind of manipulate. So Mazi Kanuta, I'm very sorry. I'm very sorry for all the horrible things when we say I said about you, when we say now out of ignorance or out of false information, when we say it gets to my position, and I don't learn in a very hard way, because in everything we person do for life, there must be repercussion for it, and I really make myself available to reap with me as so. So, Mazi Kanuta, before people go also concrete the words of your mouth, earlier before when this program they go on, you talk say anybody go feel be anybody go feel work to make things happen when you not there for any hour. And I believe say you not talking to me any harm. But I know say after this broadcast when they hold with Magic Magic Ikenga today, they go twist the words around because they go replay this broadcast today for their platform. Because for the past how many days now, they never do program, especially Ekpelima, I never do program. If they wait for you or Mazi Sinas and Wolu or Mazi, our head of directorate, to speak so that you go still go twist time around. I don't know whether you will see a kind of we explain that very fast to us so that they don't go call system because some people don't they carry they already they retweet the word. Anybody can walk. You cannot be in. You don't need to be in any power in order to make things happen for the struggle because at the same time it is like waiting Ekpelima they talk say. You can do anything. I was need to say if you have anything to do for Biafra to be restored, that you can do it. So Mazi, I thank you very much for everything what you do. And I also want to use this opportunity to tell you, Mazi, say we don't do everything possible to make sure say IPOB structure, the DOS led by Mazima the Kanu, the Norogu one of Biafra land, they sustain. And I know say you too, if you get a lot of role to play in order for everything today. Okay, we really also rely on you so make you also not fail us for your own part. Thank you, Mazi, and God Almighty continue to bless you and your family. Mazi,
no, Efe, don't go yet. If you are done, allow Mazi to answer the question, then I will come back to you. I have a question for you, so go ahead.
Thank you very much, Efe. There is something in life. It takes people that has courage to come out after making mistake and said, yes, I made a mistake. That is why the Westerners are much more better than us today. That is why if anything goes wrong in a country, you see the head, president or prime minister, they will resign as a consequence of what happened. I thank you so much for apologizing to me, and I've accepted the apologies. I appreciate that you could come out on air and to say that you are sorry for what happened. Like you rightly said, when things happened at the beginning, people were talking. But there was one thing that was important to me, to find out exactly what happened and to know what to do at that point in time, and not to come out to be talking when I'm not sure of what happened or when I'm not sure of the situation of things. That is why we all are making mistakes today. Most people took the message straight and was talking. We are talking about it without even knowing what they were saying. By the time they realized, they find out the truth, the damage has been done. I thank you for that. Why am I saying this thing? From what the question you asked? You know, like you rightly said, I don't follow them. When they come out and look for people to attack, to reinterpret whatever thing they said, that tells you that they are not part of what we are doing in any form or shape. You can do anything to make IPOB function. Means when you do the positive things you have to do. We do positive things. Like, I'll give an example. When we launched the Free Mazen Namdekan website, it went live. That was on 24th, if I'm not mistaken, or 23rd. I informed the head of the Directorate of State. That is my duty. It's done on a good faith. And I have to tell him this is what happened. I forwarded it to him on his phone. Said this is what happened. That is what I owe them. But not for me to go and be fighting them at the back. No. Or you think you can use your platform to go and raise funds without the consent of Madam Anya, and you think you are doing something to move Biafra forward. You are getting it wrong. You are not part of us. This is not what I meant. I thank you for bringing that to my notice, because our people are very horrible. And there are most people who are there just to listen to gossips, not even to think about something they can take away from this whole struggle. It is like that. So when I'm talking, I'm not talking about those of them using their platforms to defraud IPOB. Those of them using their platforms to speak ill of DOS. Those of them using their platform to speak ill of the structure. It's not the people I'm talking about. Check yourself and know if you are inside these very things I've mentioned now. If you're in it, then you are not part of us. And my message does not in any way represent what we are doing. What I want is you use your platform for the betterment of everybody. Not when we said sit at home, you are going at the back saying go out. Or when people are saying that sit at home is over, you are going at the back and say sit at home must remain. Who are you? This does not represent the principles of IPOB and what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu stand for. I said again, we have one leader, that is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There is TOS, led by Chike Doziem. And we have IPOB. These are the structures we have on the ground. So if they are against all these structures, that tells you they're not part of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Efe, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi Kanuta.
Okay, I think Mazi have answered your question. Okay, now, Efe, the question I have for you. I listened to your conversation, or should I call it the question you asked Darlington on one program he was in, and he complained of a lot of things. And some people felt so emotional about his complaint. And one of his complaints was that people he's fighting for, that they are bullying him, that they are calling him names, that they are doing this. Now, during the time, and he said that even those who are talking about it, that nobody called him, just they come on platform like you, your friend child, he never mentioned my name, but I was among the people he's talking about. That they just go on their platform blasting. Now, my question is, the time I also have such, disagreement with my comrades, most of you were called. Okay, I want to know what happened. How do you get to know that I'm having problem with IPOB? And what was your discussion with Darrington during the time of Uchemefo, BDOBNU, and myself, kind of a misunderstanding? What was Darlington's stand on my own position?
Yes, Mazi. I want to start from somewhere. When you use the word, say the people that I'm fighting for, they bully me, they fight me, they do all that. For this matter, this present issue, we dey for grant. For this present issue, among all the comrades for this social media, now you take the highest bully. Because at that time, when you see the things where they will not see, 99.9 of your listeners or commenters were against you. They fight you to the extent that say, even your pictures, even some bloggers, some comedians, they carry your video where you get angry and remove your cap to stone and for ground and all that. You not give up. You not mind the bully. You not mind anything because you know what you they fight for and you stand your ground to fight to the end. And today, if they among the reason why I give you my 100% respect until Biafra is restored, unless another thing happens. But for these people, role where you play, Mazi, even if you get anything with us conspire before, as to all of them forgot her. And I love you and I respect you with everything with the inside me. Now, that one not be excused when Mazi Prince Darlington they give. Now, in the time of Mazi, the time of Uchemefo and OBG and Judge Onide there. And they are not the people who do video for you. I attack you well. I guess attack you, I call you all manner of names. Now, those times don't pass when you you realize, okay, not be so video, like this like the matter supposed video. You realize yourself, you come back. As you come back, you continue to move as a comrade. Now, I don't know why people like the Danity, they made a video, a lot of people made a video about you. And I not think say you take and so personal. So the essence that say you want for the use and they make excuse will make you no come matter to continue to defend that POB and our supreme leader. In the case of Magic Prince Danity, I think the Magic Prince Danity they find every means possible to take that away from the reality on ground. Because if they say they really want this thing go back, may they dig this matter and go back. Prince Danity, they among the people who caused this problem when we did today. Because the first video I made concerning Madainde Nayanya, Magic Kanuta, and Carolina, Prince Danity called me and said, Efe, all these things you talk about, I have them at my disposal. I even have more information than you. But you know what? It is not the right time for us to discuss about all these things. Delete this video and let our leader come out. When our leader come out, I will settle yourself to be challenging or talking about Madainde Nayanya or Madam Magic Kanuta and Sister Carolina. Leave this matter. If you, I want you to respect me by going to that video and delete it. I say, Magic, no problem. I go ahead and I deleted that video. Then after 2 or 3 days time, I could see say Magic Danity come outside, come they talk about the same thing. Then people come they tell and say, they talk about this thing for few days ago. He said the people say, if they don't have the kind of information that I have more information than Efe when it comes to this Madainde Nayanya and all these things that I'm talking about. So even me, I can't get surprised. And he continuously to the do it. Me, I only made one video and I made the matter like that. And the video, he said make I delete it, and I deleted it. Now, he continuously they make those accusations, make all those things, stop all those things. So the essence that say, he talk say, our lead, Madam Magic Kanuta talk say, if our leader not there, say now he supposed to take over for Magic Kanuta. A lot of people were said. Now, I open challenge, say Magic Danity. Say, I'm not talking say they call you, say they give you money, say may you go sabotage DOS or may you sabotage the Akashogo. But you not go fit where say Madam Oyibo or name your Fuebu no give you money. You not go fit swear now. Now he try to stay away from those things by saying Biafrans have been helping me. Today, you continue to see the letter of the note say waiting he talk about Madainde Nayanya, say na true. But up until now, Biafran and I talk our meeting on this afternoon. Danity have not proved everything where they talk. You never bring us any evidence, documented evidence or voice records or anything. My problem or what is the challenge when I get with Prince Danity, I'm never there ready to fight or I'm not there ready to fight. But I want to make it stand in ground. The way it doesn't stand in ground all these years, to fight every type of war, when verbally I'm mad for this struggle. If truly his hands are clean, for this very one, say, in any way, or they try to hide away from the reality or from the role and activity when he play. Recent times when on the absence of our supreme leader. Because yesterday I tried to ask him those questions. He said in the toy with my brother Maggie, no, not the Maggie Onajite, said that is why no one grant an interview because Maggie Onajite was trying to bring and go back to the matter. But Maggie Prince Danity forget say those words when he used in that time, a lot of people still hold up to that word. But today, some people don't want to pay money because they believe they waiting to talk of any Madainde Nayanya na true. So when Prince Danity they do, if they play match game, if he wants fight Simon Ekpa, Madam Oyibo and Nene Okwegu, they are 3 in 1. These are people who, even him himself, Dr. Our leader said he should work with them. And until our leader come out to say otherwise, that he will never work with them. Him singling up Simon Ekpa by leaving Nelly Okwegu and Madam Yibo out of it. I believe that he the try to also play mind game with us. Before this matter happened, Mazi, I called Prince Danity. I said, Mazi, Prince Danity, do you think our leader is going to love an individual more than this noble family of IPOB? So, you know, they still say the attack when Simon Ekpa, they give this IPOB leadership. Then they not say this attack, our leader not going to take out from anybody. Mazi, Prince Danity say, he go call me back, say, he not get anything to talk now. Say, where is they very busy? I waited for days, weeks, months, because he made me to believe that. And I also believe that he's a senior comrade. And if there is anything, I should also call him to kind of confide in him, to also seek an advice for him. Because at that time, I did say me with and for the same line and the same system. So I needed his advice to ask at that particular time. But I never heard from him until that day I called him for Mazi on a detail broadcast. So to summarize, what do you ask me, Mazi Ikenga? They say Mazi Prince Danity is either he apologized for everything he has said without no proof, or he proved to Biafran that everything he has said concerning Madainde Nanyanya it is all true, because he has to do with our finance. Because a lot of people, when they talk now, say our purse go too dry, because they think they must have succeeded in convincing people not to pay money to that account. So it is a very great concern for me, for Mazi Danity, to clarify that issue. He not go fit sweeper on that carpet. Is either he apologized to Biafran that whatever he said concerning our finance, our own life, that he's sorry, or he brings out the proof so that Biafran will know. Because up until now, if they make us understand, say, they cannot make it forget the matter. But whatever he said, they are all true. And you cannot say whatever you said are all true when you have not proven, you never bring out any evidence. You see, Mazi? So that is my
thank you very much. Mazi Kano, sorry for keeping you. The reason why I asked Efe this question, I want our people to understand how evil some of people can be. You know, this Darlington in question understand the magnitude love I have for Uchemefo. You know, when you love somebody, no matter how bad the person is, you will always look for a way to cover the person up. And to date, Uchemefo is no longer in the line of what we are doing. And there is no way I can associate myself with anybody who is not in the line. But the thing is, the love I have for him is still there. Now, when the issue of Uchemefo and Obidi Obieno, I don't like to talk about it, because anytime I talk about it, I become so emotional. When the issue of Uchemefo and Obidi Obieno came out, I played a kind of emotional game because of the love I have for them. And the first person that started talking about me was this Darlington. One day, somebody called me. He said to me, Ikenga, and I answered. He said that I've realized that you love these people. And I can assure you that even Otondo, even Deliwa Mama have people who love them. Not because they are so good, but just because they love them. I said to the person, he was an elderly person, I don't know, I can't remember the name of that man. He said he understands me perfectly. But my son, I should listen. He want to tell me something. I said, okay, sir, go ahead. He told me, Kenga, we are in a struggle. We are not practicing democracy. I said to him, sir, repeat what you just said again. He said, we are in a struggle. We are not in democracy. If you are asked to behead your mother, you will do that. And where you will be is where the struggle keep you. If you don't like it, you get out. I said, okay, sir. He said to me, go and think about it. And after all the deliberation, I think, and I come to realize indeed, I am in a struggle and I am presumed to be a soldier. And the soldier, you don't look sideways, you move the direction you are commanded to move. Then, Mazi, I came out and I wrote open letter to Biafra. If you go to my wall, the letter is still there. I said that I've made a mistake and please forgive me. Do you know that this Darlington continued? And I called a guy called Biafran Child. I said to him that I've realized my mistake, that I've got to know that I am in a struggle, not democracy. And I think Darlington have won. Because Darlington keep telling me that who am I to challenge the same DOS is challenging today. If they give him suspension and somebody pleaded and they forgive him, he will come back to talk rubbish again. Darlington even used a Biafran TV that belongs to Biafra to attack me. But I never give up because I realized that I've made a mistake. I apologize. Do you know that I said to Biafran Town, oh, please tell Darlington that I am sorry for whatever that happened. Do you know what this guy said? That I must come online to apologize to him openly. I said to Biafran Child, what? Biafran Child is there. If I'm lying, he would do video about it. I said, who is Darlington? Who the hell is Darlington for me to come? I said that I can apologize to Biafrans and I can come online to say, Darlington, you have won. And I've said it over and over because Darlington and Bright Chimezie warned me. Bright Chimezie was the person who warned me. He can't go, no, you don't understand it. You don't. I said, oh, these people told me. Do you know that this Darlington keep, because his own, it's always to be on top. He always wants to show people that he's the one who have the information. If Darlington call you on phone, anybody that Darlington have called, the first thing Darlington will tell you is Mazen Nandekano's PA. It's Mazen Nandekano PA. And Mazen, I wish I have my water close. I will drink water to tell you that what I'm saying is not lie. Man, the first time Darlington called, he will tell me it's Mazen. Do you know who is speaking? You will say no. He will tell you it's Mazen Nandekano's PA. Then he say, okay, go on. Darlington will always want to be on top. And now looking at Darlington, I don't see the reason why you will be on top. You don't have the vibe. You may be very close. You may have opportunity to be sleep in palace for some couple of days. But it doesn't mean that you have the vibe. There is some people who have it. Whether you take it to USA, bring it. If you don't have it, you have. Your face don't even represent what we want. But you are doing a great work in some certain way. Okay, now, Darlington turn around to commit the same mistake. Instead of Darlington to come out to apologize to Biafrans, I'm not saying to him to apologize to me. Darlington is trying to jump inside the family business through the window. And now he's busy complaining that people are bullying him, people are insulting him, but you are trying to jump in from the window instead of you to come out to say, I'm sorry. Nenianya, Madam Nenianya, I don't feel comfortable to call her by Nenya. She's a mother. So he's old enough to give birth to somebody like Darlington. And you came out, talk rubbish of this woman, and they told you. In fact, let me tell you, DOS have favored Darlington more than anyone you can think of. They will suspend Darlington today. Somebody will plead on behalf of Darlington. They will forgive Darlington. Darlington will still come back and say that nobody can stop him. Do you know that in this very struggle, Darlington was the only person, Mazen, I don't know whether Mazen have given anybody else, somebody, they gave him laptop. They gave him data. They buy him looter. They give him money. They pay for his house. But since I started IPOB struggle, nobody have ever buy data for me. But upon this thing, Darlington will still be going around talking rubbish, bringing his face close to the camera for us to be scared of him, wearing a red cap. I don't know whether he thinks when he wears a red cap, then I will say no opponents and also. I don't know. So, Mazi, I'm just saying this so that our people will understand. Some people forget about what they will bring on. They will present it as if they know what they're saying. Darlington don't know anything. No single thing Darlington know in their land. But he will always. Anyway, Mazi, you want to say something? Please go ahead and talk.
Thank you very much. What I want.
So, guys, we have to call it a day. I have to bring this program to the end. As you can see, the network is hanged. So, myself, I'm always also exhausted after having a long day. So, we have to bring this program to an end. The reason why I played this video is for you to watch and learn. For you to watch and learn, because most important thing is for you to know what exactly is going on before you begin to point fingers. That is the reason why I always say you must always conduct your investigation. No matter how little, no matter how, effortless it might be, conduct your investigation to make sure that you are behind the real people, because if you are doing what you are doing, you are sabotaging and hurting the struggle without you even knowing about it. Like I am saying to those who are involved in bringing confusion in IPOB, I have been promoting what you were doing, but now I have realized that what I've been promoting is ignorant. And that is the reason why I am going back. I have gone back to conduct my investigation. And if you believe that my investigation is a fraud, I want you to give me a platform to ask you questions. If I ask you questions from there, the whole world and the whole Biafrans will understand my stance in this struggle, that I am whiter than white and whiter than snow. If I was ignorant, I have woken up from that ignorance. So the most important thing is for you to wake up from your own ignorance and focus on the truth. And make sure, because the truth is the only thing that is going to make Biafra struggle to work. The truth is the only thing that is going to set you free, and the truth you must believe in. I am going to bring it to an end. I'm going to leave it here until we meet again. Definitely, we are going to meet tomorrow because I have given enough time to those ignorant people to wake up. By the time I might come back here, I am not going to spare anybody because I come out and I soak like a paraffin. When I'm done soaking, then you will realize that I'm around. And there is no battle that I engage in, or there is no battle that I engage into that I do not come out as a winner. In this media war against the Confucianists in the IPOB, we are going to bring it to an end. We are going to quench everything that they are doing with facts and figure. With facts and figure, because we are presenting to you a factual data to the extent that these people are very, very intelligent that they even made me to stop believing in my spirit. But now I am back to face all these Confucianists head on. Give me a platform. Give me a platform to ask you a question, a direct question. Otherwise, I am going to ask you that question in my platform without you being there, and I am going to make it a very difficult one for you from tomorrow. But for now, I am going to leave it here. It is going to be good morning from my side. Stay safe until we meet again. Shalom.